Let's go.
Welcome back to the EBL Podcast, the long-awaited season preview, once-a-year spectacular. Actually, just a once-a-year podcast now. So, it is what it is. We've really toned down how much content you're getting, but you're getting the best every time now. So, or you're at least getting something. Joining me, as always, it is the Australian wonder, the man with the worst internet I've ever seen. Welcome in, Wick.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Always good. Always good to see you. One day we're going to do a podcast without each other, and hearts around the nation are going to break. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Meaning SF's heart.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And joining us for the second time in a row, Wyoming, Mr. Wyoming, actually. We'll just say Mr. Wyoming. Welcome in, B-Money.
Howdy doody.
That's the most Wyoming greeting I could expect, honestly. So, perfect. All right. So if you've never watched a podcast before, if you've never joined us here live, we go team by team talking about, all the moves made in the off season. We kind of touch on the playoffs a little bit last year. It always gets thrown in there because we only do it once a year now. And then we kind of preview what we think is to come for each team. We just go team by team on the stats site. Last year we started with the West. So this year we are starting with the East. So we're just going to go in a direct order, follow along, skip to your team, whatever you want to do. But don't skip your team. Don't be a bitch. Listen to the whole thing. All right. So we are going to start this year with the Boston Celtics, who somehow still do not have their own first round pick. I feel like they've been without their own first for like 20 years at this point. So, Boston Celtics, H-Dog, he finally decided to start rebuilding. I know he started that process last year. He got some good picks this year. Wick, your buddy H-Dog, your drinking partner. How are we feeling about the Celtics and what they're doing?
Look, I think H-Dog has started to run his team a bit more soberly, for lack of better words. Yeah, I mean, it was great last season when, even though he didn't have his pick, he pivoted into a complete rebuild. And, it's going to suck that he doesn't have his pick this year, but, he's got some nice prospects from this recent draft. Like Buchanan looks nice. Jaksic, I think that's how it's pronounced. Jaksic, he looks good. I mean, he's just sort of in that very early stage of his rebuild, throwing shit at the fan and seeing what sticks. And I think he's on a good trajectory now.
Yeah. B-Money, what are your extensive notes about the Celtics?
I think it was a very much needed rebuild. His team was really old and wasn't really doing anything of note at all. But it wouldn't be H-Dog without starting a rebuild without owning his own pick. That's
right.
The most H-Dog thing possible. But I think eventually when he gets his own picks, he can start building on it. And I think he's got a good place to go.
I heard a rumor that he could have gotten his own first back this year, but he would have had to have given up another one of his own future firsts. So it's like, maybe we just delay the picking of the Celtics players. There's no need to rush into anything there. I think they have a few good pieces. I do like Mason Buchanan. I'm hoping that he can finally beat the big men with handling stigma that has seemed to plague this league, because I've always enjoyed the big men with handling. So really hoping he works out. I am rooting for that man super hardcore. Sam doesn't look completely useless anymore. Maybe he actually has a potential future. We'll see. I don't actually even know if he did anything at TC. I'm just kind of going by what I see of his ratings. If he can get that, outside up one and defense up one, could be something. Definitely still needs a point guard. Wish he had his own pick this year, because this is definitely a year of a point guard looking at this draft. So, we'll see what H-Dog does. I do agree that he's definitely taking it in a better direction. He seems to be more thoughtful with trades. He's asking for a little more advice. There's definitely definitely some good things working in Boston. Hopefully he can get that going. So, yeah. And then
Uh,
anything else
Side
on the
note,
Celtics? Okay.
yeah,
I felt
is
you had a side note.
Somnath the lightest player in the league? Like, is there a player lighter than 170?
I'm sure of it. But I
All right,
don't know off the top of my head who. We'll keep an eye
keep
on
an
it.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
6'2",
think he might be.
170 is pretty thin as a human being, much less a
Really
professional
thin.
basketball playing. So, yeah. All right. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see who's lighter in the league. I really thought there was someone that was like 155, though. So, we'll see how this goes. I mean, we'll keep an eye. There's someone in free agency from the draft who went undrafted who is 5'9", 162, so technically lighter, but not
Unemployed.
height, but unemployed, and the height to weight ratio is still, much shorter. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the Miami Heat. We'll get away from Wick's body shaming over here. So,
I'm
Miami
just
Heat
being curious.
Well, and that's good. We like that. We don't
all
have to
body
just-
shapes and sizes are welcome in EBL
right
and on the EBL podcast. So,
except for fat point guards, we don't like those around here. That's the only thing. So
shout out Gage Everard.
Oh yeah, he's oof boy.
6 foot 230.
Little Lou Rawls
He's a
and Aaron
chubster.
Jr. That's before your guys' time, but boy, yeah. All right, Miami Heat, playoff team last year, bringing back roughly the same squad this year. I don't think they made any moves. The Heat didn't make any moves, did they?
Serdan.
Oh, Serdan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The move with literally someone who's on the podcast with me. Right. Yeah. So they got Serdan. Serdan went down one in inside, but he went up one in handling. So that might actually wash out, especially if the Heat run an outside offense. I'm not sure. B-Money, we'll start with you. How do you feel about the Heat this year?
I mean, they're pretty much the same as last year, so I don't really expect anything different. I think Serdan's pretty solid. I would back him up next to Homer, but either way, you can flip flop him, see how it goes. But I think that's a good addition, and I think they're still just going to be kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah. Yeah. Wick.
Yeah. So this is the team that ended my repeat campaign in the first round last year. And, it's actually because they injured my best player twice and they didn't win off merit. They won off luck.
Trainers. All right.
I really do.
I didn't realize Jackal joined the pod. Wow. Welcome to Jackal.
Anyways, that's my completely unbiased take on the Heat.
Okay. Yeah.
I do like Serdan, actually. I think he's an upgrade over what we've seen recently from Bound. Knowing Serdan, knowing what he's capable of, I think he could do an easy 2010 season on this team as starter.
Yeah. The rest of their team definitely very much the same. I don't even think anyone even really did anything in training camp, to be honest with you. Zach Merrill, I think, went down one and inside. Or that might literally be it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's very much the same team as last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see Homer and Serdan start this year, both. I think both of them will get a shot to start. Of course, I would like to see Terry Billiter start, but that's my personal preference. So, we love Terry around here. But yeah, I mean, there'll definitely still be a middle of the pack in the East team, but that's not the worst thing because the East is a tough conference. So, being middle in the pack in the East is still being, a good team. They'll still be a good team. I know CC's probably a little disappointed that Zlatan didn't do anything. We're probably off the Zlatan train at this point. I think he's just kind of looking like a backup from here on out. But any team with Sizemore and reasons is gonna have a chance. They've got some great outside shooters on that team. They'll score plenty. So definitely a good team. Definitely a team that can surprise some people in the playoffs, especially if they take a lead pipe to Wick's players' kneecaps again. So I'll be interested to see. I don't think this will be what CC's team looks like throughout the year. I expect a move or two to be made. I mean, not like right now. Like, I don't know anything. I'm just like basing it off what I know about him. So, anyway, it'll be interesting. Nets. Let's move on to Wick's favorite team and Wick's favorite general manager, the New Jersey Nets. I'm not even gonna give Wick. Let's just start with you. How are we feeling about the New Jersey Nets, Wick?
Admittedly, I think they had a good offseason. Although I actually personally wouldn't have made the Dang and Loki trades and would have stuck with a more of a traditional rebuild rather than retool. And that's because I don't think Jason Watkins is that guy.
You
And
think
I
he's
know
dead?
I think he's dead. I think he'll put up good numbers on offense, but he is basically like just a human traffic cone, fictional human traffic cone at this point. And yeah, I didn't like their moves to like rebuild this team around Watkins. I think they should have ended the Watkins era and sort of kept that Celtics pick and gone with more of a youth movement.
I mean, you and I have definitely been saying on this podcast for about 4 podcasts in a row now, when are they going to move Jason Watkins? They just haven't done it yet. So he's dying a New Jersey Net, apparently. Yeah. B-Money,
With
thoughts, Nets? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
with 2 playoff series wins, by the way.
Yeah, well, hey, those are big wins, though.
I think you got to think about, like, you've already spent so much time with him. Can't give up on him now. Like,
Oh,
it's
my
the
God.
it's the
Mm-mm.
sunken cost. So
No.
naturally, you just have to like kick the can further down the road.
Enabler. You're an enabler.
No. Have you been advising Josh by any chance, B-Money?
It's like sticking it out in a relationship. It's like, well, I've been with them for 2 years. I put in a ton of work already. So why would I give up now? It's like, because now you're going to waste 2 more years. I don't know what to tell you. So
It's the sunken cost.
well, it's sunken something. It's definitely sunken defense. I can tell you that right now. I don't know. Getting Zarko was good though. Zarko doesn't look that great anymore though. It looks like he went down. Yeah, he definitely went down. So that kind of sucks for him. But I mean, still, he'll be good depth. You can't go wrong with that. Not really sure. I mean, I guess Vukola will probably start again at small forward if I had to guess. But there's just kind of like a logjam there at mid small forward for them between Hank and Bo and Vukola. Bo looks somewhat useful, but he kind of looks more like a shooting guard to me. But he also doesn't really have handling. I don't know. It's weird. So it's very interesting. I'm not sure what this team looks like. I'm not sure how it operates. And but every year I say, hey, the Nets probably don't look good. And then they end up being like the 3rd seed in the East. So I'm just going to stop saying that they're not going to be good. So just is what it is. I've accepted that the Nets are just like the team that won't die. And it's just going to have to be, it is what it is. So.
Well, I think we got to remember they won 35 games last year. They were the 11th seed. They died last year.
Well,
but,
true.
You know,
reborn. Rebirth?
I mean, I think they've been rebirthed at least a little bit.
Okay.
And credit to Josh. I think he actually had a really, really great free agency. Made good use of his cap space.
Yep.
So yeah, big ups to my number 1 rival.
And getting Birds on that point guard Mayer was huge. I mean, that is a very understated move because he looks good.
He looks really good.
Like real good. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the Nets do. Who knows? Let's talk about the Knicks. Wick's Knicks. Let's talk about them. I'll start. First of all, actually, you know what? No, I don't want to start. B-Money, you start, because I'm going to get mad again. B-Money, how do you feel about the Knicks?
No, Tyler, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, we'll get there. B-Money, you go ahead. I got to gather my thoughts here.
Sometimes I like watching either Wick or Jackal fail, and it was fun to watch Wick kind of fail a little bit. But then, of course, he has to go make some kind of good moves and then just make his team better because he can't fail 2 times in a row. God forbid. But I think bringing in Chris Stupis is good. I like the Chris Stupis move, and then just filtering in depth throughout. The Knicks still look good.
Yeah. anyone who says anyone other than the Knicks are the favorites, I can't subscribe to that train of thought because Kristaps and Byers together is a stupid front court. I mean, Curlin, sorry, not Byers. You've been fucking messaging me about Byers so much. I have Byers on my brain. Kristaps and Curlin together is a crazy front court. Probably the best defensive combo in the league by far, bar none. Baxter Gover is still a guy. I mean, just absolutely no question about that. Barry Bales, what did he do in TC? What did he go down in, Wick?
He went down and outside, and he's just kind of a fucking cunt, honestly, for doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he saw you trading for centers and said, well, I don't need to shoot outside anymore. We're just going to feed it to the big man. So, and then, Lofty, whatever. I have my thoughts on Lofty, but apparently they're wrong since he already won with him. So it is what it is on that one. But, and then, the Reimer, and you got Caleb Bale, and, Keen Tickle will be good depth. You still have Cato. That's just Kaiselev as a third big is nuts. So, that's fuck off. Like, the team's good, No, I definitely like the Knicks. They're definitely my preseason favorite. Spoiler alert for anyone hoping that I would say their team is a preseason favorite, but Knicks are by far my preseason favorite. Wick, how are you feeling about your team in general?
Feeling good. Feeling a little not so good about Barry. But we'll see. I think, he's probably going to be a pretty high A-, I would imagine. And also he goes up on defense at small forward, but I already have a great small forward, so just letting guard? Oh no, he dies there. No. Yeah. Damn. But yeah, just want to remind everyone that Jamel Byers is on the block. And don't fail the IQ test, okay? Don't tell me he's garbage, because he's clearly isn't. He's a good center, all right? Don't fuck around with me.
If anyone is curious whether Jamel Byers is on the block or not, I can send you my entire DM history with Wick for the past 5 days, which is nothing but, hey, you want Jamel Byers? Hey, what about Jamel Byers? Hey, I know you just traded for a center, but do you still want Jamel Byers? So, just in case anyone's just curious or not, just ask me, just at me. Hey, is Jamel Byers still on the block? You ain't got to talk to Wick. I'll let you know. So, yeah, no, I definitely like the Knicks. Still mad at you for whatever.
I'm sorry. Fine. I didn't even realize I was bidding against you. Okay.
It's okay. Almost tore the podcast apart, but we got through it. We're still here. So if you had signed Jude last year and traded for Kristaps this year, though, hands would be thrown.
The Jude one, yeah, that was me trying to fuck with you. Admittedly.
On a flight to Australia tomorrow level. So, right.
But the Kristaps one, didn't know.
Yeah. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm just going to pout about it like I always do. Speaking of pouting, let's go to the Orlando Magic.
The MVP of the offseason.
And Convict's team, who didn't do much with his cap, but made someone else do a lot with theirs. So, solid job on that one. Well, probably less hurtful for Streeter now after Minus's TC, but it is what it is. It's fine. Orlando, still a rebuild, still basically the same team as last year. Rick Teeler still keeps going up, and I still don't think he's good. It's like how high can his attributes get before I start to go, maybe he's actually a good player? Because they're almost as where they can be, and I'm still like, nah, I'm out. So. That's interesting. Jonathan Hod, his first overall pick center, looks like he had a good TC. He looks like he's well on his way to being a stud. So, trade Kristaps, get Hod the next offseason. It's dog shit. But the center luck continues in Orlando. It still has my favorite player, Marion Curson. B-Money, thoughts on the Magic? Start with you. Any?
They're in a really good position for a rebuild. They have so many first-round draft picks. And then just having the draft they just had, very good direction. Still a little bit of cap room, too. So, a little bit of wiggle room. But I like where they're headed.
Yeah. Seems like they have a good good base in front of them, and a bunch of picks, 3 this year, 3 next year. So, and their own each year. Shout out Convict, keeping your own picks. Wick, thoughts, Magic?
I don't really understand why they haven't traded Jake Lease yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought it was weird that they pretty much told anyone who inquired about Christupis last season, up until last season, that he was unavailable. Then they traded him, you know, without notice, without alerting anybody that he was even available.
Yep.
Which I don't like. I don't like when GMs do that.
Same.
They don't get the best possible price out on the open market by doing that. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm sort of in agreement with you on Rick Titler. I think he might be the worst best rating player this league has seen in a while.
Pretend good.
Pretend good. Just fake
Sully,
good.
Yeah, Sully Twitty
Right.
all of a sudden looks kind of interesting. Not sure what he did in TC. I imagine he had a good TC.
Yeah, he had a good one. Do you play Twitty at point guard at this point? What do you do with Diggins? I'm sure he was expecting Diggins to go up. Diggins didn't do anything.
I think Biden, out of necessity, you just sort of have to play Sully at point guard if you're Convict.
And who do you play at shooting guard? I don't know. It's all kind of convoluted. I mean, he's not trying to win this year anyway, but if I'm trying to set up a team for the future, you kind of know what Diggins is. Let's see what Sully Twitty can do at point guard. You know what I mean? Just so you know, do I have to find a point guard? Do I not? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused overall by Convict's team direction because he's kept these, some of these vets like Titler and Lease, but he also, traded Christopus. I don't like the two timeline thing. I think he should commit to one or the other.
Yeah. Because he can get a haul for Jake Lease. I mean, someone would absolutely give up. But Lease is 27. You got to think by the time, he finds a point guard that's worth anything, by the time that he uses these first-round picks that he has and these players actually become good, Lease is going to be in his early 30s. Like, what's your window there now, So,
yeah,
I'm with you. Trade Lease, get younger, trade Tietler for whatever you can. Someone will bite on Tietler, and he might be good now. Who knows? We'll see.
He might be
I
good
guess
now.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. Just cut ties with anyone over the age of 25 and call it a day. So, I'm 26. Even keep Twitty. Definitely keep Twitty. So, 26 will be my cutoff point on that one.
Yeah, I think at least keep some of these guys for the first few sims, see what you've got in them, and maybe hope to increase their trade value.
Yeah. Yeah, hope Tietler goes off for that first sim and then move him for at least a first or two. So,
yep.
Sixers. And my favorite player, Dylan Stables, who now looks exactly how I feel about him, which is trash. So
big win.
Big win for me and Wick. No one else is probably doing victory laps over Dylan Stables going down, but me and Wick definitely are. So
yeah.
Other than that, roughly the same team as last year. No one else really did anything. It's I know Such Sheik said in the chat he's looking for a wing. I don't know if he's gotten back to anybody about a wing, so we'll see if he actually trades for one or not. What did I start with? B-Money last time. Wick, how you feel about the Sixers?
I mean, as you sort of alluded to, really just sort of falls on Sus Cheeks to upgrade this roster and put those words into action and actually make something happen, because this team has sort of been a bit stagnant in the last few years. They've sort of kept the same core. I know they made that Dylan Stables deal. Was it last season? I want to say it might have was last season or the season.
Last season.
It was last season.
Or either last season or last off season, but he was only on the Sixers for last year, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like that move is a bit of a wash. So yeah, they're gonna need to get another wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really pretty much all they can really do with the assets they've got, and their sort of win now direction is pretty set in stone. they've got a great
Yeah.
big man duo. They've got the point guard. Even though I don't know how I feel about Blaze Trees. How do we feel about Blaze Trees?
I mean, first of all, still my favorite name in EBL. So, I mean,
Yeah,
he has
great
that
name.
going for him no matter what. I don't know. He had a lot of turnovers last year, and his point per game dipped. So, like, it's interesting. I need to see another year from him. I need to see what I think you can win with Blaze Trees, but you better have some other like elite talent around him. And he does with
Yep.
Cook, and he does with Foose. He does with Atterbury whenever Atterbury decides he wants to show up, which is about 70 to 75% of the time. So that's kind of interesting. He's got both of his firsts this year. You could probably package that with like either Still Stables or Pure Point, or maybe include Houston Bizzle, who had a nice TC, even though he
Also a
does not
great
have
name.
birds. Also a great name. I mean, they're really just killing it on the point guard name factory in Philly. So I don't know what you do there, but you definitely move a few things to get a shooting guard. B-Money, are you kind of same thoughts?
Yeah, I'll never get off the Blaze Trees train just
Right,
because of his name. It's
right, same.
like even if he does turn into just Fs across the board, I would still start him, still root for him.
Right,
Superstars always have cool names, so like he's
right,
in a perfect position to be a superstar.
right.
I think I think bringing in Drago as a depth big, pretty solid. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they're just still another move away from just being right there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with about your name point. You're not gonna have like a Chad Williams be a superstar point guard. So yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, I mean, really just get a shooting guard, and they need some depth at like the wing position as well. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'll be interested to see what they do. Let's talk about the Wizards and how the Wizards look right now, because who knows how they're going to look tomorrow.
Yep.
I know Kendrick Hucker is on the block. That would be a big change for them. He almost had a deal with someone that we'll talk about here in a few. But yeah, it's interesting. Mason Winfrey kind of looks good again, so that's interesting. After he traded for Lloyd Miggs, and now he has two power forwards who both do better as small forwards, so that's really interesting. That both of his power forwards are that way. Still starting Miles Scaff. He's still the same player that he's always been, which is fine. He's gonna get you like 12 to 13 rebounds a game, and that's gonna be all he does. But if that's all you need, then great. I don't know. I don't know what the full direction is. B-Money, thoughts on the Wizards?
I like Miggs. As a former Hawk, I really like Miggs. But bias. But yeah, I like the overall. Maybe just a bit more depth throughout. With Scaff rebounding, rebounding wins championships. Fun fact. People say defense, but rebounding actually wins you championships. And so, I like the Wizards. They're not super amazing, but they're pretty all right.
That's
pretty all right. Sums them up well.
Pretty all right. Yeah. Wick, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're still starting Miles Scaff at center. But yeah, Haj will do Haj culture things, right? You just got to get into the playoffs and call it a day. Yeah, I would have targeted a center in the off season if I were them. Didn't really understand the Meigs move. The price was pretty low, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not going to start him at his best position, small forward, I definitely don't like that addition for this team, and thought their pick was had better uses getting other stuff for that roster. And yeah, I don't know. I think they'll sort of a middle of the pack Eastern Conference playoff team that could ruin some good times in the playoffs.
Hodge does love ruining the good times. That is kind of what he's here for, to be honest with you. So, yep. What do we think about him potentially moving Hucker? I mean, Is that a move that you guys would agree with or do?
Not if I'm trying to win. I think Hucker is a great piece to be winning. Um, I guess in theory you can upgrade from him, but I think I'd focus on other positions.
Um, yeah, I think for the right package, uh, I'd be open to moving Hucker if I was Haj. As I said before, he needs a center. So if you can address that need in a deal, which he did have an offer that could have done that we'll
Yep.
talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really just depends on the deal. Knowing Haj will probably be more of a retooling package rather than a rebuilding one. Where
For
he'll bring
sure.
in
Yeah.
multiple players that can help him win now.
Yeah, he'll get some pieces. He'll get some picks. He'll move those picks for some more pieces. It'll just kind of be, start it over. So, yeah, let's see. I don't think I had anything I wanted to add. Your boy Wrigley's looking a little rough again. Other than that,
Yeah, I don't think he had a very good TC.
he did not. No, he's looking trash. Let's talk about the other. Hey, noted Wrigley hater over here. So I
I
just
love
gotta.
Wrigley.
Well,
Franchise
yeah,
point guard material.
yeah. I mean, hey, those franchises in China gotta have their point guards. I agree. So,
Or maybe the next team we're talking about could use a franchise
or
point guard.
actually, no. I think they might be good on point guard. Let's talk about the Atlanta Hawks and B-Money. Let's just knock out half of half. There's 3 people here. Let's knock out 2/3 of the podcast teams right away. Atlanta Hawks still going through the motions of the rebuild. I like what I'm seeing from some of the younger guys though. So, Wick, let's start with you. How you feeling about the Atlanta Hawks since I started with you?
Yeah, I mean this Sid Childress was a hell of a late first round pick. That was a big TC, and now all of a sudden the Hawks very well might have the most important position covered, which is
Yep.
huge for your rebuild, B-Money. Yeah, I mean, Rian Jeffrey, I don't think had a big TC, but I mean, yeah, jury's still out on him. He can still be a great player. Yeah, I mean, other than that, you've still got pick this year, 2 next year. Yeah, I think, your team could turn around, in a couple of years and look a lot different. Maybe look a lot better as well.
I'm still holding out hope for the Braxton Morant giant training camp to come because I love that man for some reason. So just fingers crossed every year for the Braxton Morant TC. But yeah, the Sid Childress training camp is huge. That's definitely a good pick. Definitely glad you grabbed that point guard instead of the point guard you were thinking about grabbing in the first 5 picks on the draft. Ryan Jeffrey. Yeah, definitely a little disappointing training camp this year, but it does not mean that he will not have a good training camp next year. I mean, we've seen guys completely stagnate on their first training camp before and then, take off year 2 and 3. So that doesn't tell me anything. It would have been nice if he had a good one, but not the end of the world that he didn't. And then, of course, Jesse Pancake, big fan. Love Jesse Pancake. He's starting to actually look good now too. So cool name and starting to look good. Like we're really getting on the pancake train. Like serve it up at the breakfast buffet. Get me those pancakes. Like that's where I'm at. So I like what you've done. I like what you're doing. A few more good drafts, a few more good TCs. You'll still have some cap next year. You'll have a lot of cap next year. You'll still have cap next year. You can make some more moves there. So how are you feeling about the team overall?
I'm pretty excited. I really liked Pancake's TC. He's following along with the cool name Superstar Theory. He's got a
Imagine
cool name.
Blaze Trees passing to Jesse Pancake. Like
That's
what are we
exactly
doing? That's the dream.
And then I think just overall we got very promising. And then like you said, Morant. He's disappointed me every year, but who's to say he can't disappoint me anymore? I mean, he could make me excited.
Very well could.
Yep. If you were excited about no offense, And sure.
Hey, what if he has like a gigantic, like suddenly goes to like BB, you know what I mean? Inside, and then
I feel like most
yeah, no,
bigs,
it's gonna be
like even B though, like Miles Scaffer's B, and his offense is terrible. Like B
what if he gets
is
B
still
outside
usually
though?
completely shit. I mean,
B
yeah.
inside and B
I
outside?
mean, then we're cooking with gas. So
I
yeah.
don't know. I like Braxton Morant. I'll eventually try to trade for Braxton Morant. I just haven't yet. So Braxton Morant will also end up on the Wizards in like 4 years. I guarantee it. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
For
just give
sure.
it time. Give it time. Anything else you want to say about your team there, B-Money?
Yeah, I still think Kelvin Simpson's a starting point guard in this league. And
Yeah.
don't listen to what Mofo says. He will start for your team, so you can come swipe him up.
What if you just start like hiring teams that you play to start injuring like, you know, Sid Childress out for the I guess I have to play Kelvin Simpson now. So
Oh no, Kelvin's getting 40 minutes a game.
that's crazy. I'm actually not even gonna edit my depth chart to put my injured guy on. I'm just gonna let Simpson play 48 minutes, and yeah, that's what I would do. I was hoping that Streeter would have posted this roster already, because he said in the chat, he tagged me and said, should I post a roster for the pod? And it's been 5 minutes, and that's about how long I would expect a roster to take. So that's lame. I wanted to see what he was going to post up. But anyway, we'll just talk about the Hornets instead. Blind.
Maybe we
and
guess what roster he was gonna post up. Maybe that's.
Are you
what we
trying to
could do.
guess a Streeter roster, Wick? Is that
Yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
going to try to
An
do?
impossible task. Yeah.
That's the torture you're putting yourself through.
It definitely involved Abdul Bub at a position that he's not good at defensively. For sure.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's a
Perfect.
prerequisite for a Streeter roster.
Yeah, someone will be out of position for absolutely no reason. Mateo will be at center. Bub will be at power forward. Jordy will start at small forward. Steves will start at shooting guard. And then Floyd Holloman will start at point guard, with Minas backing up point guard and shooting guard. That's about what I expect. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm proven right on that. How are you feeling about the Hornets? B-Money, you want to start?
I'm not super amazed. I did like seeing him crash out really hard. That was that was a really enjoyable night.
That was
a good time.
Which, speaking of which, horrible deal. Why would you do that? But it's okay. I think Streeter he'll sprinkle some magic in there and just make it work.
6 years, max money for my backup.
6 years, max money for my backup.
Kid earned it, Streeter. I've watched that video on repeat every day since you posted that in the chat.
I might throw it in the podcast when I do the editing. We'll see.
Please do.
Wick, what are your overall thoughts? I know you got some.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Streeter players on this roster. You know, like Jordy is like a classic Streeter player. I know he paid a pretty penny to get him back. In a deal that's not looking so great for him in hindsight. That Musa deal I'm talking about. As you said before, the minus contract is looking a bit better. I mean, he had some weird TC results as well. I mean, Noam Jarrett and Jordy as well all of a sudden look useful. But of course, the big takeaway from TC is that Mateo went down quite a lot. It's all of a sudden, yeah, not looking so great. But I think he'll be okay. I think his ratings match his production from last year. A lot closer than what he had before. So he should be all right. And he's still 23. So he can always bounce back. But yeah, this is a weird team. It's just a very Streeter team. I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah. It really feels like one of the Streeter teams that I won't have any expectations for, and suddenly they'll win like 50 games for no reason. So That's
They'll
like
get
a
the one
streeter team
seed.
to a team.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. I do think they need an upgrade in center. They did post a roster. It's a pretty normal roster. I'm a little disappointed, but that it
Alright,
is
let me
what it
see.
is.
You're not a
It's
Kurzweil guy?
Kurzweil starting at center, Mateo at power forward, Jordy at small forward, Steve's at shooting guard, Floyd starting at point guard, Bub is backing up shooting guard, small forward, power forward. So, I disagree about you saying Noam Jarrett looks useful. I still hate that man. I don't think he'll ever be good. So, um, I think Noam Jarrett caught the Tietleritis is what I'm calling it. So,
I mean, we haven't really seen much from him. Like he hasn't played. I don't value handling as much as most do for a small forward.
Mofo
so if you're
doesn't
gonna
at
play him
all.
there,
So you and Mofo are on the same page on that one. Mofo couldn't care less. Give a small forward F handling, and Mofo's like, it is what it is. I definitely don't agree. I don't need a small forward to have as good as handling as I do like a shooting guard.
yeah.
But I really don't want it to be like lower than like D+. I think D+ is about where I start drawing a line. So he's like right on my line for that one. But because they still gotta handle the ball a little bit. Small forwards drive to the basket. Small forwards catch passes on the perimeter, and like they gotta have some hands on here. I don't need them to pass, just hold on to the ball. So that's my thought. But yeah, I mean the Hornets are fine. Streeter will make moves, so it's kind of hard to talk about what I think the Hornets will end up like. Because I know it's not going to end up looking like this. You know what I mean? So that's we'll see. I know he's been trying to move Steve's a little bit. He's made some big offers to some people that haven't panned out, but eventually one of these big offers will go through, and it'll just be like his entire team for someone else's entire team, and then you can just combine what we said on this podcast with whatever team that he ends up trading with. So,
What do you mean?
I think
though?
they'll be fine.
TC would
What do you
never
mean?
pass it. It's Streeter. He's the biggest victim. And all of his trades always get denied, though.
That is true.
I don't know if you want to keep that part in. I'm just taking it. But yeah, keep it in.
You calling him the biggest victim when you have a little brother named Jackal is wild. So
he's just older Jackal. Let's be real. He's more mature
right.
Jackal. But I can imagine him.
Well,
okay, well,
saying more mature Jackal is like, wow, that 7-foot person's tall. It's like, come on.
Hey, this guy is definitely taller than that 5'2" person over here. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah.
It's like saying Benito Mussolini is less evil than Hitler.
Wild to bring up Hitler on the EBL podcast, Wick, but I mean,
keep that in.
What are we doing? We're gonna get some alt-right fanboys on the YouTube on this podcast. Like, oh, someone say Hitler? I heard Hitler.
Jackal watches the pod already, so technically we already have them. We already have a 4chan viewer base.
MAGA Jackal strikes again. All right. Yeah, Hornets will be fine. Hornets are the Hornets, and they're going to be... I'll be interested to see what moves he makes. Let's talk about most active free agent participant of all time, Brendan and the Chicago Bulls, who have done a total of 0 things all offseason. I think, right? No, maybe he drafted... I don't know. He didn't do much. If he did, he drafted the point guard that B-Money wanted to take top 5.
Bikunda.
Bikunda. Yeah,
Bikunda.
Dodged a bullet on that one because he looks useless as fuck now. So, real bad. And then, did he sign? I don't know. I know he drafted a second rounder and a first rounder. I don't think he did anything in free agency. Nope. So this is the exact same team. He's running back. Jacob Swinney starting to look a little human, I feel like.
A little capital W washed.
Yeah, he'll still put up at least 20 this year, if not. But his defense is just kind of getting worse and worse, and it wasn't that good to begin with. So that sucks. Lamar Corkery, he's fine, I guess. He looks okay. He had a good 20.5, 11. He had a good year last year. So
he did.
Yeah, we'll take that. That's not bad. But
no, that lofty trade doesn't look so bad anymore. it was Corkery for Lofty, and Corkery was pretty solid.
Yeah, I still think it's a bad trade, but here we are. Whatever.
I've never made an unfair trade.
I do like everyone asking, like, "Hey, do you think I can get Leno Pape from the Bulls this offseason?" And no, absolutely not.
No.
I think you have a better chance of prying Luka Warrior from Coup than you do Leno Pape from the Bulls. So, Wick, how you feeling about the Bulls?
I mean, yeah, they're the exact same team from last season, and they didn't really accrue any depth in free agency, and they actually look slightly worse compared to last season. So I don't know. Really not much to be said. I'm feeling like second round ceiling on this squad.
Okay. All right. B-Money, thoughts on the ever exciting Bulls?
In my defense on Vicunda is I was driving across the state. I had just driven 300 miles and I was pretty tired. So
okay.
Why do you need to defend yourself?
Yeah.
You didn't pick him.
Glad you defended your... Yeah, well, had to be talked out of it, but,
I mean, look.
Any thoughts on the Bulls there, B-Money, or do you just want to talk about yourself some more?
You know what, Tyler? I will say it's admirable that B-Money listened to you and he was receptive to your advice. Too often we have GMs making terrible decisions because they don't ask questions.
Well,
because they don't seek advice.
I definitely prefer a GM that asks questions if they don't know what they're doing. So,
I changed my league advisor. I used to try to use Wick, but he wouldn't leave me on delivered or read. So we've shifted to Tyler being my league advisor.
Talk to the guy known for responding to people. It's me. Yeah, baby.
My thoughts on the Bulls. If you could just clip what I said about the Bulls last episode onto right here, because it's the exact same thing.
Done. Yeah.
I don't know if they stumbled into being good, but I like the Bulls.
Certainly seems that way. Yeah. Yeah. They really, a few guys went down in TC, a few guys went up. They added Vicunda Oy, who should probably be cut, but he won't because it's the Bulls. So yeah, not much to talk about there. Definitely still a playoff team, but I don't think they'll do anything in the playoffs. I think they're probably a one and done. What do you say? A second round surprise, Wick?
Second round exit, I think, is their ceiling. I couldn't see them in the ECF.
Ceiling.
I really couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, me either. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't think any of us necessarily have any strong thoughts about this team this year. So let's just start with Wick. Well, let's just start with Wick. Wick, just randomly, I'll just pick someone to start. We'll just pick Wick. Wick, how are you feeling about the Cavs?
I want to be careful because I don't want to get kicked off of TC. But yeah, I don't think that trade should have passed. Personally, I respect those who voted yes. May have a different opinion than me, but I thought that trade was just, completely nonsensical. And of course, I'm talking about the trade that happened today with Brady Dempster heading to the Raptors along with 2 first-round picks for one of the Raptors' biggest problems and one of their biggest reasons why they missed the playoffs last year in Kyle Strike, who is now playing off the bench for the Cavaliers.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
I think you held yourself together pretty well on that one, Wick. I think you did good.
I'm glad we did the podcast late. I needed that time to cool down a bit. Because had we done it right after this deal was made, I might have been fired like I was Jackal.
Yeah. I went through, complete side note, I went through the other day, I was searching for something else, and I found the day the Jackal got fired from EBL in the chat logs, and I started rereading all of it, and boy, it still cracks me up. It still holds water. So anyone who wants to laugh a little bit, just go find those. That was a good day.
Do we think his firing was deserved?
Yeah, I think he should still be fired, but whatever. That's just me. So, I wouldn't have ever brought him back. But B-Money, thoughts on the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I was a little upset that they lost in the finals. For no specific reason.
Yeah, none.
Although the aftermath has been a little calmer than I was expecting. I was expecting to just never hear the end of Spurs winning, but I like but with Wick's point of strike, and it's unfortunate that I have to agree with him, but I also just don't like that trade. I it's doesn't yeah, not a big fan of it. But to also support the superstar and cool name, Ken Twist is a pretty cool name, and he's a pretty good ball player. So like,
He's a good ball player. Very underrated.
Yeah,
Have to
man
agree with
knows
you.
ball. I'll talk a little bit about the strike stuff, but I
Please.
want to first say I did really like the Preet Yogi trade. I think he's gonna be really good depth for the Cavs this year. I really liked him on the Kings last year, so I thought that was a good get for SF to get him. I the strike trade doesn't make sense to me if you're not starting him, and I think Jason Carter would also do fine at backup small forward and shooting guard, the same place the strike is playing. So I'm not really understanding why you're going to move your starting center and 2 first-round picks for a guy who's only going to play maybe 20 minutes a game, if not less. Like, you might be looking at 18 minutes a game, depending. So that doesn't track to me. That doesn't make any sense. And you're really relying on Michael Green, who, yes, I know he started a few games last year. Yes, I know he looked good. But you were in the finals last year, and a large part of that was probably due to Brady Dempster. Now, you could say maybe it was Brady Dempster why you didn't win, but I don't think so. If you look at Brady Dempster's playoff stats last year, they're good. I mean, he did good in the playoffs. So I think you take one of your strong points from your team last year and you trade him for a guy who's not even going to play 20 minutes a game, along with both of your assets that you could use to get other pieces. And it all just really starts to not make sense to me. So, trust in SF. I know he's got, the spreadsheets and the data and all. So fine, maybe he'll prove me wrong. And, maybe Strike will end up starting. Maybe he'll pivot. I don't know. It is what it is, but I would have at least waited and, like I said earlier, at least started Michael Green and seen what he did before I start moving Brady Dempster. And now what if Green gets hurt? We just have Andy Gosnez, who's your depth, who's never played a minute per game, and you don't know anything about how he is. Like, I don't know. The whole thing's just kind of weird to me. We'll see. I mean, if SF ends up winning a title, then I'll put my foot in my mouth, and I'm not, afraid to admit when I'm wrong about anything. I'm wrong a lot. I talk a lot. So, like, hey, I'm going to be wrong
But-
quite a bit, but
Uh,
it didn't
to-
pass
to
the eye
add-
test to me.
No. And it still doesn't hours later. And yeah, just to add to your pre-Joji move, this guy is a third stringer now because of this
Right.
trade. Right?
Yeah.
And so, the value he could have accrued from that deal has sort of been put on the back burner. With a super overpaid replacement. I think I would start Strike like from Sim 1 onwards.
Yeah.
I think that's
No
like
doubt.
a no-brainer.
I mean, Josh Thrasher, his biggest weakness is rebounding. So why not start Kyle Strike at small forward right next to Thrasher, who just went up to A rebounding in training camp, who is clearly a better rebounder than Carter is. I mean, Carter's a good rebounder, especially, for the wing position. We're not saying Carter's bad at, but you have now an elite rebounder at small forward. Start him
Yeah.
and help cover up that hole that you have. If you have a great player with a clear weakness, instead of getting rid of that great player, you put other players around him with that strength to cover that weakness. And I thought that's what he was doing, but it doesn't, I don't know. My brain's going to explode. I can't, whatever. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Felt. Yeah, if this trade can only be justified by the Cavs winning a title, that is not a position I would want my team to be in, having made a trade of this magnitude. So yeah, I hope it works out for SF.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Detroit Pistons, a surprise team that, I mean, kind of surprised, because they've been rebuilding for a little bit. Last year, top 4 seed? They were 3 seed or 4 seed last year. So great year last year. Didn't really add too much this offseason, but a lot of their players did get a lot better. Rocky Skates, I still like him a lot. Alonzo Amboa, with that training camp, the defense terrifies me. But boy, I bet he's going to be a lightning rod on offense. So I'm actively trying to trade for Amboa, by the way. So just throwing that out there to anyone. Like, I'm going to start just whatever asset you want, MSC, just take it. Just take it. Even, I don't know. But Ike Braden, still legit. Hopefully Glenn Fell can continue to improve a little bit. I was hoping he would have a bigger TC for your starting shooting guard, especially because, he I don't know, he scored okay last year, but I would just have liked a little more for him. But B-Money, thoughts on the Pistons? Anything?
I liked the direction they're heading in last year, and then just their overall training camp this season, I think just really helps them step up. I still like the Pistons. I think they're going to be another surprising team, but I guess now the surprise factor's going to be worn off. But
Right.
I like where they're going.
Yeah. Wick?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Pistons arrived last season as a home court playoff team, and I think they're going to be right back there this year in a pretty tough Eastern Conference with teams who are sort of out of it, like the Raptors, bolstering even. In spite of that, yeah, they're definitely really strong. Lonzo Moore for the win. Probably the best skinny big this league has seen. Aref is sort of, Aref is just sort of just under the radar over there, still doing 20 and 10. This team has a lot of good wings. Ambois, of course, looks like potentially a special offensive player and a limited defensive player, to put it lightly. Yeah, I mean, only thing holding this team back from like true title contention, I think, is Edvardis, if he is good enough, and he could be. He could very well be, and the rest of the core of this team could be good enough. But yeah, the key is in his hands.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's definitely interesting with it. They don't have a lot of big depth either, is another thing I've noticed with that team. I mean, you're kind of relying a lot on Ross Lakin, who I think is dead, and Benny Tatcha, who is definitely dead. Never alive, actually. So,
never existed.
No. Maybe Dustin Sager can do something, but he's also, I don't know, he's 6'9", 250. He could maybe play a third big position, but you have Oliver Bice. I would honestly do Oliver Bice at backup center and power forward at this point and just try that out and just see how that goes. I know he goes up to A- defense at power forward, stays the same at center, so I would definitely at least give that a shot. But definitely a log jam at point guard. I know he's considering starting Ambois at point guard, which I don't hate, honestly. A lot of my old head EBLers will remember Shannon Scott, and that's exactly who Alonzo Ambois reminds me of. I just alienated like 50% of our demographic by saying
who
that,
the fuck is that?
Right, yeah, you probably weren't born yet. Shut up. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's a good team. Glenn Fell definitely needs to step up this year and show kind of that he can do something. Otherwise, I don't know. I maybe would consider starting Edvardis at point guard and Alonzo at shooting guard. I don't know. That's just me. I'm talking crazy, but
there's some flexibility there. They can try out a few different things and see what works.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, absolutely. You have the season to kind of play around with it and figure it out. They'll definitely compete. They'll definitely be a top team in the East, which is Tough thing to do since the East is a tough conference. So definitely like the directions the Pistons are heading in. Big fan. MSC when he's on his game is, great GM. It's just, unfortunately he has a personal life and a stressful job and oh my
Oh
God.
my,
So
the
right.
worst.
And a
The J word.
family and
Oh, God.
hobbies.
Wow.
Probably
sounds
good
like Dan.
looking and probably makes a lot of money. It's probably well
You're trying to-
endowed.
You're trying to, okay. All right. Well, MSC, if you ever break up with your wife, if you ever get a divorce, you have someone waiting in the wings in Wick. So, yep. Let's talk about one half of my favorite brother set in EBL. Let's talk about the Indiana Pacers.
Fuck you.
Hey, you get dragged down by your other half. It's not your fault.
I do.
All right?
I really do.
I
get
it.
Trust me, I get it.
Pacers. Yeah, you've lived with it. I like the Gokin TC is weird to me.
I
It's a
don't like
weird
it.
TC. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I'm interested to see how he continues to develop. I thought the Zach Merlin trade was good. I thought they needed definitely. I don't know. They need something. They need some direction. And Merlin's only 27. It feels like Merlin's like 34, but it's probably because there's 2 Merlins or 3 Merlins or whatever. So I'm probably just combining all of their ages at this point. But definitely. I mean, I'm still out on Jose Jimenez, but you guys know that. Everyone knows that. I'm like the biggest Jose hater of all time. So I definitely think they still need a center, but I will be vastly disagreed upon by everyone. I'm still not sure about power forward.
Yeah,
I guess Dirk Ree, but don't love him.
I don't know how I feel about Dirk Ree either.
Right, yeah.
I think they have him sort of groomed to be their power forward. That was their deadline deal last year. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I think he's pretty average, maybe better suited off the bench. Yeah, I mean, as you said, they needed to consolidate pieces. And Zach Merlin, there's not many better players out there better than Zach Merlin at scoring the basketball, and yeah, that's actually what this team really needed. So yeah, I think he's going to fit in really well here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but B-Money.
I definitely agree.
I think
Thoughts on the Pacers?
Lots of depth. I think they need lots of depth. Definitely wings. They have more than enough guards, and you obviously move some of them around, but I just depth in really every position, and just to get a deep roster is really what they need.
Are we out on Bristol Ring yet? How are we feeling about Bristol Ring?
Never felt
he was supposed to be. He was their 5th overall pick. He was supposed to be like the point guard, and now he's an afterthought on this team.
He's a bench guy. I think he's going to be a career bench guy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like him at all. I think Ted was out on him as soon as he drafted Gokin top 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I mean Jamal Wild kind of looks interesting. Sort of always
he had
has.
a good TC.
Yeah, I mean, what is the plan for Wild on this team? Do we know what Ted is doing with him? Is he coming off the bench?
I mean, I'm not sure. Did Ted post a roster? Let's find out. I know his brother did. No. Oh, yeah, we do. Indiana Fever. All right. Yeah, Wild, backup small forward, backup shooting guard. So, I mean, I kind of agree with that. I think that's a good spot for him, to be honest with you. I do like Resin. His defense always Resan, however you pronounce it. His defense concerns me, but he's a prolific scorer, so I think that always helps. But I don't. They're still definitely a few years away. But as long as Gokin continues to improve, the team has a bright future. I mean, a Merlin Gokin backcourt that gets better over time is something to watch out for sure. So,
yeah, I have a feeling they don't make the playoffs this year.
I would agree. If they do, it'll be close because I think I don't know. We'll do a little more playoff prediction kind of at the end because I do have a few. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to move on? Let's move on. Let's talk about.
Let's move on.
Do you want to just skip the Bucks? Let's just skip the Bucks.
Yeah,
Let's just
fuck
talk
the
about the
No,
Bucks.
that works.
Their GM, he's a train wreck.
All right, fine. We'll talk about the Bucks.
I'm so excited to hear your opinions on Tory Buff, Tyler. Very
I'm
excited.
out on Tory Buff. I'm out on Tory Buff.
I know.
All right, so
I want to hear more.
I'm not like all the way out because he could have a great TC next year and like reel me back in, but he just hasn't yet. We've been waiting and we've been waiting and we've been waiting. We're now. I mean, is this his third? Yeah. So he's gone
Third
through
season.
3 training camps now, and he just hasn't taken a leap. I mean, he went up 1 in handling. This great, perfect. That's what he fucking needed. Go up 1 in handling. Yeah, that's the big one we've been waiting for, boys. Like fucking nailed it, knocked it out the park. I don't know. At this point, he looks like a bench guy. At this point, he looks like Bruno Folds' less successful cousin. I don't know. Do you start Bruno Folds at small forward and Barislav as shooting guard and run Buff as a backup? I don't know.
100%.
I don't. Yeah, you have to, right? And then, they traded Dang, which after a year after they got Dang, it's like, how are you going to give up on Dang after a year when you moved all that capital to get him, and now you get Zal B and a Celtics first? And granted, Zal B looks good. Will he play good, or will he be? Who fucking knows with these centers nowadays? I mean, he could look great, play like ass, like call him Benny Tatcha. Like I don't know.
He's a big boy, though. He's a beefy boy.
He's thick.
He's a big boy. You know who else was? Like Saul Irby. You know who else was? I don't know. Who was that Indian dude?
AJ Mahal.
Yeah, AJ Mahal. And you know how good they were? Not. They weren't.
You know who else is big? Fu Wang.
Fu Wang. You know who
we
else
will
is
not
ass?
be talking
Fu
about
Wang.
soon. That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I do not hate the Bucks. Kiki always thinks I shit on his team, and it's probably because he's so loud about his team all the time. It's kind of hard not to have strong opinions about it one way or the other. But he's still got Phil Dring. Bruno Folds looks like a good shooting guard. I've always liked Bruno Folds. I've always been a Bruno Folds fan. Even when I was, I think, the only one. Stephen Williams, international free agent, didn't do very much in training camp. None of the IFAs did like anything in training camp. So that's looking kind of like a bust of a class. But there's always year 2. You never know. But I don't know. A team with Zal B, Dirk Whitley, Bruno Folds, Barislav, and Dring just doesn't sound like great to me. You know what I mean? Like it's fine, but it's just not like. They might sneak in the playoffs. I don't know. But if they do, it's like as an 8 seed. And that's kind of where I have. All right, my rant's over. B-Money, hey, your nice, happy thoughts on the Bucks. Let's go ahead and start with you on that one.
I think any team that has Phil Dring on it's automatically a top 5 team. He's just that guy,
I picked you because I knew you would say that, yeah. Yeah.
You were top 5 in the lottery many years with Phil Dring, so...
like you said, top 5. See?
He didn't specify.
Okay.
All right.
No, fair enough. Touche.
But they're okay. There's I was hoping Stephon Williams did something. I liked him, but I like him a little less now. Yeah, I think the big men you need to work on.
Wick?
Yeah, I think Phil Dring will make a great Grizzly in a few sims or a season. And that's your hint as to what I think the Bucks should be doing this season.
Not if I can get Amboy.
If you haven't gotten it, I think they should tear it down. I think they've got that Celtics pick.
Start it over.
They won't have their pick next year, which would be a problem, actually. But I know Kiki is... He's thinking about his next moves. Let's just say that. But yeah. I don't see any reason why Phil Dring should be on this team after that Lee Dang trade.
Yeah, if you're gonna trade Dang, trade Dring. You know, like what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It feels like I feel like a lot of people think they're just like a piece or two away, and but like I think they're way farther away than that. I just don't. I don't
I
see
think
it. And
Kiki knows that though. I think he learned that from last season when he had
Yeah.
Dring, he had Berislav, you know, he had Dirk and Dang, and he
Yeah.
won 40 games. So I
Right.
think he sort of knows that team might, you know, that team's ceiling isn't as high as he would have liked. And thus he made the Dang trade.
Right. I also fuck Ernest School. If we're just gonna, I mean, I might as well just throw it out
No,
there.
I like that
you know.
guy.
Well,
I want to see him
okay.
start. I want to see what he's made of.
Sure.
He
Well,
might be
fuck
made
it.
of shit. He might be made of shit, but
Yeah.
and you'll be right.
Let's
And you can
start
brag about
Lucius Lath while we're at it. You know, like let's just start all. Hey, fuck it.
it. Cool's shown some high level defensive play.
He
I will
blocks
say.
shots. Is he good defensively other than blocking shots? Do we know?
I mean, blocking shots
Okay.
is part of the puzzle. It's a big piece of the
Alright.
puzzle.
All right. I'm out. Whatever. I would just like to add, just super quick, you know, I do love Kiki. I am a little bit hard on his team sometimes. Again, I think it's because he's so loud about them all the time. It's kind of hard for me not to respond in a certain way, but we're all big Kiki fans on this podcast. So let's just go ahead and, you know, I don't want anything to be misconstrued around here.
B-Money, are you a Kiki fan?
I mean, I don't have any beef with Kiki, so yeah, I'll say I'm a Kiki fan.
Okay. I mean, that's basically being a fan. Yeah. All right.
It's
Well,
awfully cordial.
what do you
A
want?
little too polite, B-Money. I don't know.
If he
I
doesn't
wanna
interact,
start
if he
some
doesn't
shit.
interact with Kiki that much, what do you want? What do you want? Oh yeah, fucking love Kiki. We talk all the time. DMs are empty. Like, you know, like what are we doing?
I wanted the exact opposite of that, clearly.
Oh, you wanted them to just shit on him.
Yes.
See, do you see how mean Wick is to you, Kiki? I don't want to hear shit about mean
No,
anymore.
I love
Where's Wick?
Kiki. Oh my god.
It doesn't sound like it.
We DM all the time, and we're sort of like internet gay.
Okay,
Well, I think that's
for
part
you.
of talking to Kiki.
Yeah, true. Anybody who talks to Kiki is internet gay, I guess.
You become internet gay immediately.
Yeah.
It's part of the territory. Let's move on to Toronto.
Speaking of internet gay. Dan!
The Raptors. Yeah, the married man with the family. Dan and the Raptors. Just made, you know, they're the other half of that trade that we spent a little bit talking about, getting Brady Dempster. So now they don't have to start F.U. Wang, which is what I'm calling him, since basically that's what he's done to Dan the whole time he's been on the roster. It's just F.U. How do we feel about the Raptors in general? B-Money, how are you feeling about the Raptors in Toronto?
Oh, that's where they are? Huh.
Yeah, it's not Toronto, Illinois. Sorry to burst any bubbles here.
I like Dan, and I like what Dan does. Right now, I think that it needs to be worked on. I think he's got. We're having Bristol, great player to have. And then trading for Tobias, not looking all that amazing, just because he didn't really do anything in TC.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot more work in to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Wick, you want to go?
I don't know. I think he should feel very grateful for SF today. And I'm sure he does. Because I think SF gave him a lifeline, really. Just handing him Brady Dempster for a guy who was a big problem for him. To the point where he traded for Stiers. He gave up a pick to bring in Stiers because of how bad Strike was last season.
Right.
I've already said my piece on that trade. I'm not gonna.
I thought you were going to get right back into it.
No.
Round two, let's go, baby.
Fuck, I think I don't know how he did it, but yeah, I think Brady Dempster was a pretty much like exactly what he needed. I don't even think Stiers needs to be particularly good to be effective on this team. He's got the best wing in EBL in Darren Bristol. I think this team sort of hinges on Lardy's play like it did last season. And that's really the only question mark for me this year. Now that he got his center.
I would like to see Dan try to bring in someone, I don't know, maybe not this player specifically because he kind of seems a little bit washed now, but someone like a Zach Merrill at small forward, I think would be perfect for this team. Just a defensive base. Again, maybe not that player specifically, but someone
not current
like
Zach Merrill.
Go back in time, grab Zach Merrill from 2 years ago. That's who you should bring in, right? Yes. The one that won the title on the Hornets. That's the Zach Merrill that you build a time machine, bring him in. But no, I think like a really defensive oriented small forward would do wonders on this team because they already have a ton of scoring, especially with, Denny Wayne. Brady Dempster can score pretty well. Charles Lardy is, a 20-point per game point guard. And obviously Darren Bristol, I don't have to say, can score like 40 points a game, and none of us would fucking bat an eye at this point. So, you already have a ton there. Like, bring in a small forward that, like, ironically, someone like Kyle Strike would be perfect right now. But I do understand that you did have to move him to get Dempster. So, like, I get it. But because I'd rather have Dempster than what I'm talking about. But just ironically, someone like Strike who can rebound and defend is exactly what I'd be looking for currently. Or someone like Jason Carter. If they could have gotten Jason Carter in that deal as well, like there was Jason Carter in there instead of the first, like, great, call it a day. But I don't know. I like the Raptors. I think they'll be a playoff team. I mean, they had a hot end to the year last year. And that was with the Fu Wang and the ghost of whoever else they starting at center. So to bring in someone like Brady Dempster, I think is a huge upgrade. I think it's going to help a lot. I do think they'll end up needing a small forward, but hey, guess what? Now they have 2 first-round picks to try to find one. So
unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
I'm going to get Wick hot all over again.
Oh my God. I'm getting so pissed now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, imagine you can move Delonte Barden. You can move Delonte Barden in 2 firsts for a decent small forward, and now you have Stiers as a backup.
One position
now
backup.
we're talking.
Because he dies at shooting guard.
What does he go down to?
B-.
Oof. Real rough. Don't like that at all. But yeah, I don't know. They'll definitely be a playoff team. Will they do a lot in the playoffs? I don't know, but we'll see. I thought they'd be a sure playoff team last year, and they missed it. So I don't.
I think Mofo will need to execute Charles Lardy if they miss the playoffs again.
Yeah, I mean, we already hate Charles Lardy on this podcast.
We fucking hate him.
We hate Charles. B-Money, you better be on board, otherwise you're not welcome back. But we hate Charles Lardy on this podcast. So.
Oh yeah, the worst. I've been saying that since day one.
Yeah, I know. B-Money used to message me all the time. Don't we just fucking hate this Charles Lardy guy? And I'd be like, man, you're so right. Gotta have you on the pod. But yeah, I don't know. If Lardy doesn't do it this year, if this team doesn't do it this year, you got to start looking at Lardy being ass. We got to start talking about it. So, and I know everyone wants to disagree who's not me and Wick, and that's fine. But me and Wick will die on this hill. We've died on plenty of other hills. We'll die on this one too. So, all right. And then, all right. So that's it for the East. So we're done with the East. All right, let's move on to the West. This is my way of telling you guys we're starting again. Insider info. We took a break before this. Let's move on to the West. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks and Legion of Slugs, the old Slug himself.
Good old Will.
Hey.
Oh,
listen. Well, of course you like him. He's share a name. Oh, God.
Great name, by the way.
How are we feeling about the Mavericks? I mean, they were a good team last year, and they're bringing back the same squad. Now, I know Brett Bourne went down. He had a disappointing training camp, but he's still going down as Brett Bourne is still better than a lot of the other point guards in the league. So, I mean, I don't think that'll really affect that much. Wick, let's start with you. How do you like the Mavs going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think they brought in Johnny Stern to back up Bourne, who is one of my favorite players. I actually asked about Stern, and
I think
got to
I think he's third string, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
third string. The
Yeah,
fuck?
because Gage is backup point guard, shooting
Right.
guard.
How could I
Yeah.
forget?
Right. It's okay.
Okay, I just wanted to bring up Johnny Stern, okay?
I know you did. I knew
Just had to
what
bring
the
him up.
whole purpose of this was, and
Okay.
I'm glad you got it out. I'm glad you got it out.
But, yeah, I mean, Brett Bourne going down isn't great because this team really does live and die by Brett Bourne. Like, this current iteration of this team won't reach levels of contention without, like, an MVP Brett Bourne, without Brett Bourne from last season. So,
Yeah,
I think
true.
it really just remains to be seen how good this team can be with a more diminished Bourne.
Yeah. I have some thoughts on it, but let's hear B-Money. B-Money, what are your thoughts?
I think this team is old, and I'll never cheer for old teams because because I'm young and hopeful, and I don't want the old guys ruling the world.
Honestly, fair opinion.
But I think they're pretty all right. I don't think they'll do anything special.
Yeah. They desperately need a small forward if they want to compete this year, is my biggest thought. You cannot rely on Sully Hutchins being your starting small forward and expect to compete. Yeah, you'll do fine in the West. Yeah, you'll probably still be a top 4 seed because the West is trash. I understand. But, you either got to pivot and start to look at a rebuild, or you got to go all in now and trade the first that you had to get a small forward and compete, it feels like Legion's half in, half out. And if there's one thing I absolutely hate, it is when a GM is half in, half out. We kind of touched on it earlier with whoever the fuck we were talking about. I can't remember now. 76ers,
Lots of teams.
probably.
Too many teams to count.
I don't know. But this half in, half out thing doesn't work. If your goal is to make the playoffs, great. You've done it. You're going to be a playoff team, sure, 100%. But Sully Hutchins and Travis Ford being your small forward depth after Ford had a disastrous training camp is not good. So either trade Bourne and start the youth project already and keep your first, or go all in for another 2 or 3 more years and trade your first for a small forward. Just do one of the two. You got to do one of the two, Of course, I tried to get Gage earlier for a small forward, and that didn't work. But I did tell him at the time, regardless of if you don't do this trade with me, which he obviously wasn't, and that's fine. Still get a small forward. You got to get a small forward because his depth is fine. I think Kenan Beat will be fine as a third big. Travis Ford would make good. If you had Sully Hutchins as your backup small forward and you had Travis Ford as your third string small forward shooting guard, and then Johnny Stern, Gage Everard running out your way, that's a good depth. So you just need that one starting small forward piece. So I don't know. I'd go for it. I'd try to get it. That's what I would do. Maybe get someone, if you could try to find someone who's in that 25, 26 range, then you wouldn't even need an immediate rebuild. You could just try to pivot from Bourne to Gage. I don't know. You got to do something though. I don't know. Wick, thoughts? I know you have. I see the wheels turning.
Oh my god. I just sort of had an epiphany as you were talking. And I realized Gage Everard hasn't started since his rookie year. Why the fuck isn't he starting? Regardless of what direction this team is going in, whether it's a rebuild, whether they're trying to compete, this guy can help you now. And he probably is your best young asset. I don't see a single reason not to have him starting. And no, Ryan Organ is not a reason. You can trade him. You can move him to small forward. I don't give a fuck. Start Gage is what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, the real interesting thing about it is Gage did play a little bit as starting point guard last year when Bourne got hurt, because Bourne's old as shit and he's gonna get hurt now. And Bourne always kind of got hurt anyway. That was kind of his thing. So, and he still is turning the ball over a ton. So
I don't think he's a point guard. I think Mofo was right.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think you take a shot at him there, though. He's just so good. You gotta, maybe his turnovers won't matter because of how good he is in general.
Possibly.
You know, if
That's true.
we've seen it before. We've seen teams win titles with, a 3.5 to 3.8 turnover per game point guard because he can do so much. So I don't know, but you got to figure it out. I agree with you. Like, maybe start Oregon at small forward and then use Ford as your backup small forward, shooting guard, point guard depth. Like, I think that is a possible winning combination there. So you got to do something, though. Whether you trade for a small forward, whether you move Oregon to small forward, whether you trade Oregon for a small forward, I think if you traded Oregon and 2 first, you could get a legit small forward right now. So I don't know. You got to do something. Realize you got a talented team. You've got a lot of talent on this team. Just because things didn't exactly go your way, just because Bourne kind of had a little bad training camp does not mean you should give up, because it's a good team. You finished high last year. Just make the move. Just, go all in, figure it out. Done. That's what I would do. Or burn it down, rebuild, start over. I don't care. Just do something. All right, let's move on. Love you, Legion. No, I don't think I was mean there. I'm just, I'm trying to push you. It's like a tough love thing. You know what I mean? Like, push you in the right. Whatever. Do we even want to talk about the Nuggets? I don't want to talk about the Nuggets.
I don't think there's much to say.
No, I'm sad that Devonta has apparently disappeared, and that's gonna kind of ruin my vibe, I think. I messaged him earlier and said, "Hey man, hope you're good," and I haven't gotten anything back, so. We're gonna skip the Nuggets, just like the Nuggets have skipped everything this offseason. So, bye.
It sounds like there is something going on there. So
I know, and I hope he's okay. That's why I messaged him.
Well.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, we all wish. I mean, I love Devonta. He's one of my favorite GMs in the league. So I would be really sad and disappointed if he were to have to leave or quit, or if he's bad health, that would obviously be even worse. So, just hey,
hopefully he comes back.
Yeah. Figure out, get it together in your personal life, get healthy, get your mind right, get your health right. Stupid online league. No one, hey, I know we're podcasting about it for 3 hours, but
come back and have the MVP.
Yeah.
Former MVP.
Or, if he just leaves long enough to get a new GM in who will trade me Doug Dacey, that would also be fine. And then we can get Devonta back as like a different GM or a different team, and that would be fine with that too.
No, so. You've already got Phil Dring. I already traded him to you.
And I do appreciate that. All right. Rockets. They're rebuilding.
Yeah.
I think they'll move Erwin Bland. I think they'll be able to get a first for him eventually. He had a great year last year, and Erwin Bland is just so underrated now because he spent so long being dog shit that a lot of people are still kind of out on Erwin Bland. But he had he was great for me. He was great at shooting guard last year. At shooting guard, he was really good last year, which is crazy to me because you would not expect Erwin Bland to be a good shooting guard. So, someone get Erwin Bland. Someone go get Erwin Bland. Let's get him onto a winning team. Let's make this happen. Let's do it. Other than that, I think Seth's heading in the right direction. Wick, any thoughts on the Rockets overall?
Shout out Turkish legend Yunus Sen.
Yeah.
Who's had a nice TC, and it's looking like someone who would disappoint you.
No, so I don't know. Like my ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. He would just lead. Yeah, his ratings look good, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he's capable of, and yeah, I mean, what's the deal with Pangonis? Are they going to trade him? I know Seth has been sort of leading teams on. I know he's went down in rebounding. I don't give a fuck about that. I think he's still really good.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's leading. I mean, I think his stance from day one is like, I'm not trading Azuolas. I'm not trading Azuolas. But if he gets an offer, he's going to listen to it. It's Seth. He's a good GM. So, but I mean, I offered him a pretty big haul, and I got told no. So, you know, at this point, I don't know what Azuolas does get moved for if you do move Azuolas. So I think he's just got to stay. You know, Seth, like, listen, if you give Seth a good shot blocking big man, that's all Seth needs. So he has that in Azula. So I don't know why he'd ever move on at this point. You know, he's still only 24. He's still got a lot of time left. B-Money, overall thoughts? Oh, Wick, you had something else?
Dennis Day. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like that's what B-Money was going to say. So.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, B-Money. Sorry. Go on.
Wick like comes in and steals all my talking points.
Yeah, we'll just start with you from now on.
All right.
I don't know what Dennis Day's TC was, and I was heavily contemplating Dennis Day, and now I'm very much upset I didn't take him because he looks great.
Yeah,
I really like Dennis Day. Having Dennis Day and Azuolas, like I think your big men are set now, and it's just working on past that.
Yeah, filling in the pieces everywhere else. I still am not fully out on Ruddy Witherow. I still kind of like him. I don't know why. So I'll be interested to see. I don't know if he's starting this year or what. I don't know if that's posted a roster. Yeah, he has. Ruddy's starting at shooting guard, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he's got some good young pieces, and he's got his own pick the next 3 years. He's got a Jazz first, who kind of seems like they're rebuilding. He's got a Wizards first, and who knows what the Wizards are going to do. So I think he's set up in a good spot. It's just going to be a matter of what he does with these picks, what he does with his cap room. We can go from there. Sorry, almost died, apparently. But yeah, I mean, not much talk about it right now. It's just, you know, hey, someone go get Erwin Bland. For the love of God. I mean, I might end up doing it. Fuck. We'll see.
Do it. Sounds like you are really interested.
You know, he doesn't fit my outside offense, though. That's the only, like, real upsetting part. We'll see.
Oh, he's got a lot of talent to compensate.
Yeah, I mean, he can pass the ball, and my guys who can shoot. So, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And defend.
Yeah, we'll see. Timberwolves. KWO. Wick's favorite player in the league, Darren Frisbee III.
Fucking retire already, please.
What if he sticks around until he's like 40?
Oh,
so great.
He might outlast me. I would not like that. And he still kind of looks useful.
What, as a GM? Are you thinking about quitting? Is this breaking news on the pod?
Oh no. I was joking. I wouldn't quit over that. I wouldn't quit over a backup. Over an absolute dog shit point guard like Darren Frisbee.
Looking
Sounds
for
like
a
you
new
need
Knicks
priorities.
Yeah. I'm looking for a new Knicks GM soon. You heard it here first on the pod. Breaking news.
Oh my god. I'm not going anywhere. I might I might be an old man GMing this team. Like a Haj.
You'll be like the rest of us. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, but specifically Haj.
Okay. Well, you can call him out because he'll never join a podcast again. So
exactly.
That's fine. The KWO, the Coup World Order. You know, Isaiah Keys is on the block, but will he be traded? Will he not be? He probably won't be.
Hell no.
You know, I've tried. Dan's tried. I know a few people have tried, so I don't think he's going anywhere. I mean, you know, he's like 1 year away from having to blow it up, regardless of whether he wants to or not. Frisbee will eventually retire. Sporer will eventually retire. Or Sporer will die completely before he retires because he's already halfway there. Still don't really have a small forward. I think Bennett Bales is out of position. He'd be much better as shooting guard, obviously. We all know that. You know, the big man depth is lacking, you know. I know B-Money and I both kind of like Chris Blake a little bit, but you know, he kind of leaves a little bit to be desired in the depth. If he's like a third string center power forward, I'm fine with, but like as your number two, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this team, I mean, they'll probably still be a playoff team. The West is trash. So, I mean, I think they'll still probably make it in, but it's going to be a lot closer than it was last year. So,
I think they'll almost definitely make it in.
Yeah,
Just
we'll see.
with Keys, Bales, Frisbee, I think. Oh, and Warrior,
Yeah.
of course. I think that's more than enough to make it
Yeah,
in.
you're right. You're right.
They've got the top end talent to make the playoffs in such a shitty conference.
Yeah, you're right. If they were, yeah. B-Money.
Yeah, I think this team benefits heavily from being in a bad conference.
Yeah.
I think if there was a play-in, they'd be a play-in team in the East. Just because they're just not that great. But because the West sucks, they'll definitely get their spot. They'll get their shot to lose somewhere in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I was probably over exaggerating a little bit when I was saying. I mean, yeah, they'll be a playoff team.
I think you're definitely right to doubt this team.
They're not built to win a title. Like, yeah, they'll make the playoffs, but that's definitely their ceiling for sure. So, any other thoughts before we move on?
No other thoughts. Speaking of winning titles,
Ugh.
I know
Gross.
everyone's worst nightmare, the thing that nearly ended EBL,
Yeah.
or what many
I mean,
predicted would end EBL.
It's a lot easier to not be bothered by it, though, when you just have Jackal blocked. So I recommend that to everybody. I mean, if anyone could take some advice from this podcast, there you go. There's my advice for the day. Wick, talk about your brother. How you feel about Spurs?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was actually quite happy, for him that he won the title, and I think any good brother would be, or any loving brother would be.
I wasn't aware you're a good, loving brother, so it's news to me.
I am. Deep down, I am. And yeah, I mean, look, this team pretty much comes back mostly the same, except the 5-time defensive player of the year, who I think will be a big that's a big void.
It's a huge loss, yeah.
Yeah, to fill, and yeah, I couldn't really think of many other players better than Logan Pontus to fill that void. This is someone who's I've always been high on. We'll see how he does, but I think he'll be very good for them. And they brought in Sumter to replace Pontus off the bench. So yeah, I think this team is clearly the favorite out of the West, no doubt. I don't think anybody here would disagree with me.
I will be. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're probably right. So that's fine. B-Money, how you feel about the Jackals?
I was expecting just the chat to be absolute hell for just months and months after Jackal winning. It's been a lot calmer than I expected, but that might just be because I'm getting so numb to it.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, just one you out.
I'll just take my 5-minute break to let him ramble before I continue my conversation.
Right, there you go.
But yeah, I still think it's a good team, and it sucks that my two least favorite GMs always have good teams, and just don't want to see the brothers win.
Yeah.
Can you fuck off? How am I one of your two least favorite GMs?
I mean,
Jackal, I totally understand. Is it just because I'm related to him?
No, it's because every time you
help.
send me a trade offer, I feel like my intelligence is personally being attacked.
Bruh. Oh my god. You sent me a picture of the rash on your back.
It was
as
a
response. A sunburn. In response
That's how
to
I
one of
felt
my
about
offers.
your trade offer. It was a bad trade offer.
With that being said,
me.
B-Money, if you would like to trade for Jamel Byers, he is on the blocks.
I didn't reach out to you, B-Money, because I don't think you need Jamel Byers. How is that insulting of your intelligence?
No, I really appreciate that. Keep that up.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, Wick's about to rage quit the podcast, so it's been good. It's been fun, boys.
No, I'm a happy camper. Trust me. No problems with any podcast host at all.
I'm not convinced about Pontes. That's very much going to be a we'll see situation for me with San Antonio. I think at some point Sumter will start at power forward. I'm just gonna go ahead and predict that. Go ahead and right now.
Possibly.
But we'll see. I could be wrong. I'm also pretty sure that he'll never fucking trade Stefan Lorenz. So, it's gonna go ahead and throw that out there for the world.
Yep.
If you're hoping that, hey, maybe Jackal will trade Stefan Lorenz and he'll be able to. Nope, sure won't, because he'll want an entire fucking team and all their fucking picks. So, I don't know from firsthand experience. I'm just speculating, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, Spurs are definitely the team to beat in the West. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you say otherwise, then you just really hate Jackal, which, I mean, hey, I get it. But, they are definitely by far the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm excited to see. I'm just excited to see how they do without Glendon. I'm excited to see without that defensive presence if Pontes can be the guy that a lot of people think he is. I'm not saying he's not. I just need to see it. So
yeah, it definitely remains to be seen.
Yeah, I'm not a Pontes hater, but I'm also not a Pontes like. All right, B-Money.
I've been sick of talking about Jackal. We're giving him too much screen time.
No, but I mean, I definitely agree. Spurs, top team in the West. We can probably move on from there because, yeah. Jazz. I think they're blowing it up, right? Seems like it.
Well, after the trade they made with you today, and after the trade they tried to make with me, which, having looked at a trade that I won't talk about again, that was made between the Cavs and Raptors. I don't know. Guess TC will pass some trades, but won't pass others. I love the TC. Trust me. Don't kick me off of it, mofo. Please.
Fired. Banned immediately.
No. Anyways, yeah. They're clearly rebuilding.
Right. Yeah, I think so. B-Money, let's start with you. Thoughts?
The Jazz are always an old team, but
so we hate them, right?
Well, right. We've established my opinion on old teams.
Got it.
But I think it's kind of just warranted to blow it up. I think they're reached the point where just you can only retool so much, and the retooling tool is duel. So I think it's definitely time for the rebuild.
Dr. Seuss, I didn't know you were joining us the podcast. Great to see you. I would not trade for that man there. I would not trade for him on us. Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, I think they're definitely blowing it up. But they haven't gotten any like rebuilding pieces really yet, other than they got Dom Nardozzi from me and Iakovos, who are both young pieces, but I think they could still use some picks, and they gotta shed that Kofi Beasley contract if they wanna, and the Purcell Rolls contract. Both have got to go.
Fuck! Oh my god.
Wick, maybe resubmit your trade now that now that we're there.
They could have gotten off those contracts, but apparently my bench just sucks so bad, and my players have zero value.
Well,
anyways,
I'm glad you said it.
No, I mean I think they'll pretty easily be able to find buyers for both Beasley and Rolls. If it's not me, it will definitely be someone else. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's sort of not a lot going on with this team, really.
Yeah.
Like, they got Max Merlin, who should command a pretty sizable haul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another player that would look good as a Grizzly, I think. Just putting that out there.
Max Merlin. I thought about trying to add him to the trade, but I don't know. Maybe we'll circle back. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what the Jazz do. I mean, I've never seen Derek fully rebuild. He just keeps like retooling. So
I'm not convinced he will.
Yeah, I'm not either, because he never has. So, right, why would I think that would start now? So I'm excited for the possibility of it, because I would really love to see it. But if he doesn't, then I mean, whatever. So, any other thoughts on the Utah Jazz hands? All right.
I'll be
Let's move on
interested to
to
see Jack Grand. Sorry, that's my final
Oh
thought.
yeah. What an enigma of a player he is.
Yeah.
Just like a 6 foot 210 no handling shooting guard is but he's good at everything else. So it's
It's
wild.
pretty good. He's not like C+ handling isn't even too bad. Like
No,
that
I
is.
just mean he couldn't slide down the point guard. That's kind of what it
yeah.
was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, he
Because
has
his height,
literally
he has the height of a point guard.
Zero
Right.
point guard potential.
Height of a point guard, skill set of a shooting guard. Will he ever make it anywhere in either of those? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I don't fucking know. All right. Grizzlies. That's my team. Hey, it's me.
Oh.
B-Money, let me hear your thoughts. You start with the Grizzlies.
Oh, my turn. Ooh, on all the pressure. I think the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're getting there. You know, it's still far away, but they got a lot of young guys in a lot of different positions, and so it's just I think you've pretty much established almost that guy for each position, and which is a great place to be. Maybe a couple guys are debatable, but just I think it's getting close.
I don't know if you can tell, but I think this team might be a point guard away. I've been talking about
right.
potential targets for
Yeah.
this team. I think they're a little further along than maybe B-Money does. Especially after the Huck trade, who I think has kind of become underrated at this point. He sort of
Yeah, I
flew
would
under the
agree.
radar last season, but put together a really solid campaign at a position nobody thought he could play.
Right.
What is the plan for him this season?
Center.
Center? Yeah.
I'll have like my starting lineup will probably be Huck, Anstead, Capel, Boban, Tarby, I guess for now. But and then because I kind of want to run one position. So like I posted my depth chart earlier before this trade went through. I got to edit it a little bit because Raven's gone and we had a change after I fucked up the cap first time in like. So I think since I've been back, though, I've fucked up a cap trade, and that really upset me, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of messing up trades, but I want to run like Huck and Jude at center, Anstead and Jose at power forward, Capel and Tien at small forward, Boban and Mavridis at shooting guard, and then hopefully someone else and Tarby at point guard. It's kind of like that's my plan. You know what I mean? So if I can make it happen, I'll be good, but we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely like a lot of the pieces on this team. Obviously, you've got probably a top 10 player in Boban. That was one of Mofo's top 10 players. So I'd go get a point guard now, for sure.
Yeah. Trying. Promise I'm trying. Trying my best, man. I don't know. I want someone kind of a stat. Like, I tried for Lorenz, because I thought that would be fun. I really wanted to have Lorenz work out for me and not Jackal, and that's what I wanted more than anything in my life. So,
yeah. I feel like you could get better than Lorenz for sure. You got the pieces.
I would hope. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'm still obsessed with Amboise. I think it'd be so much fun to run a team with Amboise running point guard this year. Granted, he's never played a minute, so he might suck ass, and that would be a huge risk for me to take. But, someone like Merlin, Dring would be too expensive, I'm pretty sure.
No, go for it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I got some options, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping that it's good. And of course, it's like I got to find a small forward for the future. GNTN going down one kind of sets me back a little bit with him. But I'll have Dwayne Capel this year, which is great. But I'll only have him for this year because I got him on the waiver wire. So that does suck a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see going forward. Who knows?
You got Mike Hood, who looks somewhat interesting.
I do like Mark Hood. He goes down to B+ at shooting guard and point guard, which is actually not that big of a deal to me. So,
I mean, you need a small forward more than anything, don't you? So that's where he's best at.
No, I know. Right, but I kind of like him as a point guard because he kind of looks like a point guard. So
I'd agree. I see that.
I'm a weird. I'm kind of like Streeter light, where like, oh, I kind of wonder if I can play him at this position. So, but like not as crazy with the Streeter. So,
Streeter light.
Streeter
Wow.
light. Let's move on to the Pacific and the best division in EBL, but bar none, obviously. Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. No, not really.
Okay, great. B-Money, what are your thoughts on the Golden State Warriors? They're old and you don't like old teams?
Ding ding ding. I don't. There's just not a lot to like really care all that much about.
Yeah.
They're really not that amazing. I think if I was in this position, just start selling all your old guys, and while you can, you got some pretty
Yeah.
solid old guys. I think it's just time, got to rebuild.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that actually
it's
was
definitely
Dewey's
rebuild
plan.
time. Yeah.
Dewey told me personally that he would be planning to trade some of his guys this season. So yeah, that might happen. The Golden State rebuild might be on.
Almost the entire roster's expiring, so I mean, you're gonna have cap.
He's got,
Yeah.
I mean, at like bare minimum, he's got to move that Cuddy contract no matter what. Like that needs to be his number one priority, but like bar none. So, yeah, I don't know. He's got to get, but he's got all of his first. So, I mean, that's the good news is you can start the rebuild now without worrying about, when, I don't know. He can still get a haul for Kondak, obviously. He can get a decent amount for Sid Gunn.
Yep.
Nader Rudd could even probably fetch. You could probably package, if it's a team with a lot of large expiring contracts, you could probably just package Nader Rudd and Nasser Cuddy for an expiring and call it a day. You know what I mean? Like if that's how you move Cuddy's contract, do it. Because I don't think you're getting any more for Cuddy, especially on that contract. Good Lord, who signed him to that? I think it was me.
Good Lord, whoever signed into that contract is a complete dumbass.
Fucking idiot. I swear. Shouldn't even be a GM in this league. Well, it was either me or Streeter. So
fireable offense.
It was either me or Streeter, so hopefully it was me. I'm not trying to talk more shit on Streeter.
I could see Streeter trading back for that contract. I could see him interested in a Cuddy reunion.
Yeah, was Cuddy? He went down in what, handling and defense though? That's tough.
He looks He looks like Mateo Santana.
No, he can handle.
True. He looks better than Major Mateo Santana.
He looks like Eunice Sin's older brother is what he looks like at this point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's rough. It's a rough time. I hope he can rebuild though. I hope you can get some. He's got plenty of assets that you can get some good pieces for. So if you just do it, maybe I'll offer for Kondak. I don't think I have enough for him, but whatever.
Also, yeah, that would also make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we'll give him a shot. Clippers. Let's talk about the Clippers. Erwin Freeborn's definitely a dead. And that sucks. I feel bad. R.I.P. Erwin Freeborn. Yeah, a lot of promise. That rookie year was good. Good rookie year. Good second year, even. But like, boy, he not great. But
yeah, that's
small
what
forward,
we call the Jack Caldiero career arc.
See, I gotta go back and look at him. I don't know anything about this man.
You saw him You saw him not that long ago. The 2 years of promise followed by dog shit.
Yeah.
The money got to his head. He got too complacent. Stopped going to the gym.
Yeah, the Ben Simmons effect. This is what it is. The small forward situation in Los Angeles is starting to look good, though. I do like his first round pick this year, Sadikov, or whatever. By the way, timeout. Fuck you, mofo, for making all of these names the way that you made them. Knowing that we'd have to talk about them on the podcast. Like, okay. All right. Just wanted to get that off my chest. But I do really like the small forward situation they have going on in Los Angeles. I think Harris Champa and Sadikov are both looking like exceptional small forwards, or on their way to looking like exceptional small forwards. Probably move one of them to shooting guard at this point. They definitely still need a franchise point guard. I don't think Haskins going to be that guy. I
Yeah.
don't know. Did he go down in inside, or did he score 21 points per game with C inside last year? Because that's incredible if that's the case.
No
check.
layup package.
I'm
You
gonna
can't
check
spell layup.
I gotta check that out. Or we'll cut this part. Droppy in the
He
chat
did.
saying I need a big. Yeah, you and half the fucking league, Droppy. All right. He did. So he had C inside last year. Interesting.
Yeah. He had C. No, he had C plus.
Oh. Yep. See. All right. Well,
Yep.
now I'm out on him
Rip.
again. It would have been
Yep.
really incredible if he only had the C inside, but all right, we're out on Haskin again. So
It's over.
I definitely think they still need a point guard of the future. Nash Lemke's looking good though. He's definitely the center of the future. I still want Bipu Sanama on my team, but that's just a me thing. So B-Money, any
Another thing
thoughts on the
to
Clippers?
add.
Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead. Oh no, Wick, you go.
Nash Lemke went down 2 in TC.
Oh, did he?
Oh.
What was he? A minus last year? And
Yep.
defense handling
In
or defense rebounding?
Yep. That's correct.
Oh, that's rough.
So yeah,
I did not
that's
know
not
that.
a good-
That sucks.
good sign.
So the Clippers' biggest op is TC right now.
Yeah.
Just screwing them
Yeah.
over on every single player.
Yep. Just whacking kneecaps.
And also any form of team building that isn't drafting is their op.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're not
Right, right.
trading. We're not signing for agents. We're vibing. We're vibing. But
I think good old Game has had a lot of success with drafting his teams in the past, but yeah, I mean, it's not a foolproof strategy as shown.
hey, B-Money, thoughts?
Oh, my turn? Oh, do you have to say something, Wick?
Yeah. Yeah, let me figure
yeah.
out what you're about to say. Oh,
The Clippers aren't very amazing at all.
Hot take.
Right. No, I'm really risking my career on that one.
Yeah.
It's hard because they're just every promising player they get just immediately disappoints them. And so it's hard to even say they need to go get promising players because that's just setting them up for more disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah. Rough times. Rough times in LA.
Mm.
Other than their small forwards, I like their small forwards. I think they'll both be good. I think Lemke will rebound. I'm not worried about him, to be honest with you. I think he'll be okay. So I know it's disappointing this year, but you can move past that. If he bounces back next year, you're right back in it with him. So definitely need to find that point guard in the future, though, because good Lord. Let's move on to the other LA team that's in a very similar spot to the other LA
Yeah.
team, which would be the Lakers, who their
Look
point guard
shit.
situation is starting to look good. Vince Plaskett is starting to look good. Carlos Patillo had a big first training camp, so I think either one of them could break out eventually. And I think that would be really good for him. Not much really else to. Ashton Acuff looks fine. I would like to see him take one more step before I start really talking about him a lot at small forward.
I think he might have went down in inside.
Yeah, probably.
B-Money, would you take the Lakers' current situation or the Clippers?
Ooh. I think I'm going with the Clippers. I think
Interesting.
I'm going with the Clippers.
What
I
about
would
you, Tyler?
agree to an extent, but I think the Lakers are closer to figuring out the point guard situation.
That's
And
why
that
I would
might
take
be
the
worth-
Lakers.
That's a lot bigger of a deal.
I think the Clippers have more overall talent, but I'd be more interested in taking over a team that has the point guard figured out. You know what I mean? So, and they got
Yeah. 2
legit prospects there right now. So, one of them's gonna work out. Well, okay, maybe not. They don't have to, but I think one of them will. So I'd be interested in yeah. But that's really all they have going on for him. They gotta start making some moves. They gotta start doing something. I don't know what, but
Maybe
he's got
Jamal
all his picks
Byers.
this year. Anyway, I think just gonna name this the Jamel Byers cast. Anyways, I don't know. And that's just Malaxo should have been traded by now. Someone would take him. Someone would take a flyer on him. I would take a flyer on him. But now I don't need him, so whatever. But I don't know. They got to start spending their cap in free agency. Also, that's another thing they definitely have to start doing. You can't just build up all this cap and then they had 2 maxes last year and only offered 1, and I think the year before that they didn't offer any. So it's which is fine. I know everyone's busy, everyone's got personal lives, but just takes 2 seconds to come on, throw out an offer, go back to your day. So let's hey, Droppy's a good GM. Get it figured out. I know you will. You'll be all right.
How do we feel about the beef that sort of formed between Droppy and Kiki?
I think it's funny. I love all beef in the chat. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. The more people that are beefing, the more fun the chat is for me. So
it's probably the best beef we've had.
Yeah,
or
I
most
agree.
random beef we've had in a while.
Yeah,
definitely most
came out
random.
Of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I logged on one night in the chat and I saw Droppy saying, "Hey, say that to my face, pussy," and I'm like, "Oh shit! All right, it's going down in the chat. All right."
And then his username was I hate Kiki for a while. That was pretty funny.
Perfect.
I screenshotted that.
I think we should just all change our names in the chat to I hate Kiki and just just kind of.
I will fucking do that right now.
Okay. Great.
I actually have a Kiki inspired name right now.
Kiki, do you love me? No, I don't. These are the things we talk about on the podcast, by the way, guys. For hey,
I just watched it change.
Yeah. Welcome to our lives.
All right, nickname changed.
Perfect. Yep, love it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the Suns. Are we good? Are we good moving on to the Suns?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, great. I still don't know what the Suns are and what they're doing. So we're just going to throw that out there now. And that's not a bad thing. I don't want that to be taken as a negative thing in any kind of connotation. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what their roster is going to look like 2 Sims from now. I really didn't understand the trading for Theo Johnston and all that going on. Are they trying to get Cap? If they're trying to get Cap, I'm worried. Like, who's leaving in this free agency? That's...
Ooh, important thing to note. They have 19 million in dead money on their books.
They do. Damn, who'd they cut?
I can't remember, but it was a big contract.
They're not having Cap for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
That being said, they could clear up enough for 1 max.
They'd have to move Lively, and they'd have to move Willis Balls. There's no other option. They'd have to move them both. So,
okay. Right. Well, I haven't done the math on that. So I think you might be right.
Yeah.
They definitely have
at
to
least
move
one of them.
Some people. Yeah.
They definitely have to move Lively. I'm pretty sure, for sure. Whether they can keep Willis Balls or not, I'm not sure. But
I think they can get away with keeping Balls.
They also have 3 firsts this year, so that adds another, 6 to 8 mil.
True. So you're right.
And so many next year.
Right. Yeah, he's really, yeah, that's a lot of firsts. He is just collecting firsts again. So, Moron, I would love to know your plan. If you want to fill me in at any point in time, that's cool. Just shoot me a DM. I'm always around. Just let me know. Just holler at me.
He never will reveal anything.
Moron and I, we share some stuff, It's mostly him sharing with me because I'm kind of dumb and he's a much better GM. But, yeah, I don't know. I am excited to see the overall end goal. I kind of do hope that Moron just drafts all these players, but I'd also be interested to see him flip them for somebody crazy. I mean, hey, if you want Boban, I'll take all 9 of those first. So just holler at your boy. Let me know. But yeah, I mean, the team as it stands right now is probably a fringe playoff team in the West. I'm not sure if a team that's point guard by either Josue Azevedo or Branko Puznik is really going to make waves. They could still sneak in, but I would doubt it. I think he's also still trying to move like Cesar Barros and all that. So, probably a lotto team, which is fine. He doesn't have his own pick. Whatever. He'll still be okay. But
out of all picks he doesn't have.
I know. He's got 1,000, but not his own this year. He's got his own the next 2, though. So I am interested to see where it goes.
He's probably got enough talent that he'll make the playoffs in the West.
Mm-hmm. Especially for being so weak.
Who's starting at center? Dillard Denny?
Lily, possibly.
I don't know.
Lily, however you want to pronounce it. Tilford is still in town.
Oh, God, they do still have Tilford. He's trash now. He's gone.
He is, yeah. He's lost his step defensively, especially.
He's definitely looking rough. I would legitimately start Theo Johnston before I start. Nah, maybe not. But whatever. I take it back real quick. Took it back real fast. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Just reel it back in, you know. Yeah.
Actually, do they have their roster posted?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
This is a game we play on the podcast because we're prepared people.
We are super prepared.
They do not. They don't.
He does
have one
not.
posted,
No.
So.
I
don't know. We'll see. I'm interested. B-Money, thoughts? Any?
I think we've pretty much covered it. Just nothing that really blows you away.
Yep. Okay. Wick, anything to add?
I'm personally invested in Lily and what he can do in a more featured role.
Oh.
I don't know how you guys feel about him,
but you know,
I've got DMs to prove that you at least at one point in time were a Darrell Lily fan.
Delete all the DMs. Now he's got nothing.
Hack Discord. Hack Discord. Oh yeah, I can just delete him from my end. Yeah, what am I talking about? I don't have to hack anything.
Wow.
I don't. I like him. I don't love him. I will be interested to see how he does as a starter. That will interest me. So I'm with you on that one. And I do still like Sobe Slaw. I know he didn't do a ton in training camp, but first of all, fantastic name. And second of all, he did enough to get me interested in his future. So and then we'll see. I can't pronounce his last name to save my life, but Sobe Slaw is one to watch out for.
I feel bad for the little kindergarten version of him who had to go into school every day trying to spell that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was in his country of Ukraine, so probably somewhat common over there, I would imagine, but maybe not. Or maybe he was born there and moved to whatever. I'm not creating a lore backstory for Sobe Slaw, so we're just gonna move on. If that's where we're at in the podcast, it is definitely time to move on to the next team. So let's talk about the Blazers. Adam Smith's Portland Trailblazers.
Admiral.
Definitely. Oh, is that what ADM stands for? Admiral?
It does. That's what he told me.
He's lying.
No, he told me.
No, he's lying. That's not
Admiral Smith.
No, he's lying to you. That's not. I know the lore behind it. He's so Wick is lying.
Bruh. That's what he told me. I got DMs. Well,
I've been told this story several times.
Maybe he's just lying to everyone.
Tell us the story for the world to hear.
Put it on the pod.
Well, he was just like talking to his friend one day, and he's like, "I need a username." His username's like, "I don't know, do ADM Smith," and he goes, "Oh, okay," and just ADM Smith. That's it.
Yeah, but ADM is shortened version of Admiral.
Yeah, now he can say that in except it's not Adam.
Yeah,
so it's not Adam. It's not Adam.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send Tyler the DM.
I'm gonna keep calling him Adam. And it's funny, I knew that wasn't his name. Like, I know his name's not Adam. Like, I am very aware of that. But it's just kind of funny.
Yeah. You would think that's a true Adam username, but it's just
right. All right, so now that his name's been discussed, how do we feel about his team?
I have no idea. I'm still fixated on his name.
Oh my god. Get over it.
No. I'll never be able to get over it.
Tyler Stables is I'm officially off the Stables train.
Yeah, me too.
He's not on my team.
It was a good signing. Because if he did go up in training camp, hey. It doesn't hurt. It's for like a day 2, day 3, 1 year flyer. It was a fine signing. It just didn't work.
But I mean, it's on a 1 year, so you can move on quick. But I think he's starting to understand what to do. That's always the hardest part, is just understanding anything. And so he's on the rise.
It's a good rebuilding situation. Yeah. Wick, your thoughts?
Yeah. No, pretty much what B-Money said. This time he actually stole my thoughts.
Wow.
How the turntables.
How the turntables. Wicka, wicka, wicka.
Yeah, he's going to be a good GM. Even if things
Yeah.
didn't really work out for him his first free agency go around, he knows how the game works now. He's stockpiled second round picks. Holy shit.
It's way too many second round picks.
He's going to need to
One of them
consolidate
has
those.
to hit, though.
He won't
He's
have
gonna
enough
be the
roster
first one.
spots.
He's going
Like,
to be the
if you-
first one to get like the death penalty for second round picks. Like without
No,
a doubt.
You swing
I
the
think
bat enough times, you gotta hit.
he's active though. He can trade them while he's on the clock, and he'll be okay.
The Cleveland Guardians offense this year would tell you otherwise, B-Money. You do not have to hit if you swing the bat enough. Because, yeah, I think that'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see what he does with that. He's got some good young pieces I like, though. Achelos or Achilleos. You know who I'm talking about, the Greek dude.
Yes.
I think he had an interesting first training camp. I'd be interested to see what he does going forward. He needs to continue
I
to
like
improve. Yeah, but I think he's got a good base to him. So as long as his potential's real and he keeps going up, I'm interested to see what he does. Who was the other one that I kind of liked? Merwin actually did something in this training camp, which is interesting. After like 10 years of not doing anything in training camp, so unfortunately a miss with Yaha Crawford. That's definitely looking like a swing and a miss there. For his first round pick this year. So we hate to see that. But there's some decent young talent on this team that could progress a little further. Marcos Karamanos, not sure kind of where he came from or what he looked like last year, but if he's kind of looking like a interesting point guard prospect at this point. So I'll be interested to watch that develop. But yeah, he's just got to keep trying in free agency, got to keep hitting on these draft picks. Learn from the ones you miss on, learn from the ones you hit on, and just kind of go from there. So I think he'll get it together. He's doing fine so far with what he was, because he was brought into a bad situation. So, real rough.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not Kings level rough, but pretty bad.
Shout out Karaki.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's move on to, the team I just mentioned. Sacramento Kings. Where was it? Sochan? That's right. Yep. Sochan. Yep. He's taken over. Interesting players on this team. First of all, Stu McCarthy. I mean, boy, what genius GM drafted him. He's looking real good. For the Kings over there.
Same genius who traded him too early.
Well, fuck off for one. I mean, hey. If you can get, what's the guy's name I traded for? What's
Was it? Oh, a ref.
A ref. If you can get her in a ref, and then trade him within like a year or two, you got to do it. So hey, whatever. It was worth a shot. But I like the little team that Sochan's got built here. Still not sure about Stephen Howell. He still confuses me in general. I don't know if he's good or not. So I don't know. I guess another year, maybe I'll eventually make up a mind. I mean, right now I'd say he's not good, but like he has the potential to be good. Like he's definitely not good right now, but do I think he'll be good in the future is kind of like where I'm confused about with him. So I don't know. B-Money stole Wick's thoughts last time. Wick, what are your thoughts on the Kings?
So I've been talking to Sochan, and he seems like a good addition to the league. He's very eager to learn. Which is good. He's been asking me a lot of questions on just how the league works and just clarifications on the rules and stuff, and like the sim schedule even.
Yeah.
And he's already been active making moves. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he inherited a really rough situation.
Oh, so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Darko at point guard, who has C inside, so probably not going to be anything unless he improves that.
Could though. I mean, I've seen point guards go to C+. It doesn't happen often, but I've seen it.
Omar Lyons is like the one big recent example of that.
I thought Lyons had C+. Oh, but he had C. Yeah, he had C.
He had C. Yeah. The C inside success story.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, he has Stu McCarthy locked in long term, so that's actually
Yeah.
he might be in a better position than Admiral because he at least has someone to build around. I'm gonna call him Admiral.
I know you are. Yeah, I see what you're saying, though. I do. I mean, Stu is definitely a building block piece for sure. So, it is funny, though, that you were earlier saying, is there anyone lighter in the league than 170? And Stu's only 188 when he's 6'11. So, like, he's pretty close as it is.
He's a twig.
He's a twig, man. 6'11,
Oh,
188.
God.
Good Lord.
What was Mikkel Quick?
Oh, I don't know. We can go back and look.
He was like 7
Darko's
foot.
the same weight, a whole foot shorter.
Right. Yeah,
that's
that
crazy.
part. So, real
That's
rough
fucking
times over
insane.
there. Literally hire a dietitian at this point. What are we doing? So, what are your thoughts, B-Money? Thoughts overall?
That third overall pick, still not amazed by it.
Oh,
It still looks bad, and
Yeah.
it sucks
Blame-
that he had to inherit that, but
Oh God, yeah.
I
Not
think
his
he's
fault,
got-
but it does suck. Yeah. Oof.
yeah, no, but then I think he's got a promise in other positions that kind of makes up for it in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dominic Eskridge he's a G League bum.
he is for sure.
Yep, and that sucks. But yeah, it is what it is. So, what are you gonna do? You know, play with the hand you're dealt or whatever bullshit old people say, right? Yeah. Okay. McQuell Quick, by the way, Wick, to circle back there, McQuell Quick, 7 foot tall, 197.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is
Skinnier than McQuell Quick, who we thought was way too skinny. So
yeah. And only 1 inch taller or shorter.
yeah.
5'7" Kelvin is thicker.
Thicker than a Snicker with him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, there's a reason he gets to them rims, baby. He's hauling a wagon. No one wants to block him. The pure G-force is just. All right. That's it. That's every team. So, what do we normally do?
We missed one team. No,
who did
but
we
I
actually
think
miss?
you're right. GBB.
Who did we actually
Thunder.
miss? Oh, GBB. Oh, shit. We actually did.
Yeah, that checked out.
You know what? I'm happy to miss that team. This fucking guy
That's
blue
my
balls
bad.
The
everyone he
Thundercats.
ever trades with.
All right. Well, let's actually talk about the Thunder. Now I feel bad. Well, I might cut that out. I might leave it. We'll see. Oh, you'll really know my mood depending on whether this is in the podcast or not. But Thunder. Let's talk about the Thunder. Oh, I'm on an old stat site. Okay, let's load up Thunder. How are we feeling about the Thunder? Other than, I mean, do we think Mac Pitcher's ever going to be anything? And where are we at with Mac Pitcher? Are you guys on my side with Mac Pitcher?
I still believe in Mac.
You're not on my side. Let's find a way to mute B-Money. All right, let's do that. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, banning someone from the podcast.
Yeah, you disagree with us. You can get out of here.
The
This is
girl
an echo
bye,
chamber.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically
I don't run a podcast to have arguments. I run a podcast for yes men.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah. If I want to have arguments, I'll get in the chat and talk to Streeter. You know what I mean? I don't need that right now in my life. So,
Straight.
I don't know. The Thunder seem to think they're a center away, and I think they're a little further than that. Where are you? I mean, Derek Ball is so fucking legit, though. It's hard not to think that this Thunder team is not just a center away, because I think Derek Ball is ready to win a title like now, which is
Yeah.
crazy. So,
Fuck, I want him so bad.
Yeah, you're never gonna get him though. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, from
that's what
TBB.
he looks like. Second year pro, that's what he looks like. That's so fucking crazy.
GBB
Did,
would agree to a deal with me and then back out of it last minute. He would do something like that.
Did
Sounds
what
like you're-
Ituro?
He
Is that how
stayed
you
the
say his
exact
name?
same. Yeah, he has not
That's
moved
what I was
at
gonna
all.
ask.
Nope.
He's a really interesting player.
My thing about him is like, yeah, he looks great right now, but like, if he goes up to like all A minuses next year, super fucking elite. There's a good chance, though, he drops down to like all fucking Bs and he's worthless. So it's like, boy,
Yeah.
what a gamble, you know?
And he's old.
And he's old for us. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to get what you can out of him like now. So I do understand them trying to trade for a center. I heard Jamel Byers is on the block, so maybe they should try for Jamel Byers.
Not for him. Not for him anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how it is.
He'll just blue ball me again.
Um,
Other than that,
yeah,
we
I
love
like the
Joe.
Thunder
We love Joe.
though. He's gotta get mad at you for using his government name on the podcast like I did.
He deserves it.
Okay. Chris Colby's a nice young piece too. I like the Thunder. I mean, they've got a lot of good young pieces, and
They do.
Mhm.
they'll definitely. I mean, I think they're the Pacific favorite this year, right? I mean, there's no one else that's
100%.
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Out of being the only competent one.
right. Like, I mean, the Warriors are the second best team, and well, the Suns. I don't know. It's between the Warriors and the Suns. Warriors right now, not if they rebuild, then it'd be the Suns. But I mean, there's a solid chance that the Thunder is the only Pacific team to make it in the playoffs this year, and the rest is all Midwest. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, we like the Thunder. Good job, GBB. Also, anyway, all right. So now that's officially it. Now we're done with all the teams. I didn't miss anybody else, right? We've literally talked about everyone, right?
Feels right.
I'm gonna feel real bad if we like missed a team somewhere. I don't think we did though. I think we've done good. I'm scanning the list again real quick. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we talked about everyone. If not, we'll do like a little addendum. I'll get you guys on like a quick Zoom call. We'll be like, hey, let's talk about this team real quick. So we'll just edit it in the pod. Finals predictions. I like doing this. Finals predictions. B-Money. We'll start with you. Finals predictions this year. Who you got? West versus East, and who's winning?
I really want a Wick Jackal finals.
I mean, we've been calling for it every year, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And this has got to be the best year for it.
I'd agree.
And I think that's just enough to finally rip apart the family. And
Yeah.
and I would like to see Wick win that finals.
Oh, okay.
Good man. Good choice.
Wow. Really, really making up for all the shit you talked about Wick earlier in the pod, aren't you, B-Money?
Yeah. You're forgiven.
That's all it takes. We're that quick with it.
Yeah.
Wick, what are your finals predictions? Are we all just going Knicks first?
No, I'm not picking myself again. I think I picked myself last season, and the gods were like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna injure Baxter twice. So no, I'm not picking myself. Ah, God, I kind of want to pick the Thunder coming out of the West.
Okay.
Because I like anticipate a move eventually, and I just really like, outside of Mac Pitcher, their other starters. I think they'll get a center.
And he's gonna have one of the easiest paths because it'll be a 2 seed.
Yeah,
so.
it'll be a really easy path.
Right.
It's, as you said before, it remains to be seen if Pontus can fill the shoes of Glendon.
Right.
So yeah, I'll go OKC coming out of the West, and then I hate all of these East teams so much that I don't want to pick anybody.
Oh, pick the Hawks.
No, I'll pick the Cavs coming out of the East. Definitely not the Hawks. Sorry.
After they start Kyle Strike.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if Michael Green is that guy, but say he is. They do have Kyle Strike now, who is an upgrade at small forward, and they've got Pizer and Thrasher and quite a lot of depth. So.
I was gonna say the exact same thing, B-Money. That's so fucking funny. I love that both of our brains went there immediately. On Pizer, on Thrasher, on Donner, on Blitzen. I mean,
whatever.
Boy. Oh, that's not a slight against you. It's just that he's got a lot of players that sound like fucking reindeer names over in Cleveland. So,
anyways, yeah, Cavs,
right.
Thunder, maybe the Cavs winning. Probably the Cavs winning.
I've got the Spurs coming out. I mean, honestly, my legitimate prediction is Knicks Spurs. I mean, like, without a doubt. Like, I mean, I I like they're my two favorite teams in the league this year. So there's no competition really there for me. I don't even have like an out of the box pick in the West other than like the Thunder, like you said. I mean, like God, like Denver's inactive, Houston's rebuilding, Jazz are rebuilding, Warriors are rebuilding, Clippers rebuilding, Lakers rebuilding, Suns, who knows, Blazers rebuilding, Kings rebuilding. I mean, they're like, it's so interesting. What, like, at least two of these teams that are trying to be bad and rebuild are gonna end up making the playoffs in the West, which is hilarious to me, by the way. So, like, y'all better really suck. Y'all better really suck to get your pick good. Maybe it'll be me. Hopefully, it'll be me. I'd like to have a good pick, but I don't know. Give me.
Hey, I think you left out the Grizz there as a potential team to come out of the West. I think you've got the assets to make more win now moves. I think maybe if you have the desire to bring in a point guard, who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. If I can get a point guard, I'll feel a little bit better about myself. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, if I match up round 1 with Jackal again, I'm probably just gonna quit. So I'm just gonna throw it out there for everyone. I'm real tired of matching up with the Spurs round 1. I'm just gonna leave for like a year or two, try to leave on good terms, exit gracefully, maybe come back and contribute to a podcast, and then join an East team, and then take over an East team, and then we'll go from there. So, just kidding. We'll do that, maybe. But yeah. I mean, give me Knicks Spurs as my legitimate pick. Like my long ball pick that I like doing every year. I'll do Thunder Pistons. I'll do Thunder Pistons.
Ooh, I like that.
I was thinking Pistons as well.
Yeah. Mavericks too. Mavericks could do something in the West as well. So let's not get that twisted. I would like for them to figure it out. But
Raptors too. I want to mention. I think are in the conversation if Lardy has a big bounce back year, and obviously I thought they fucking won big time with that Dempster trade, and they got Bristol. So yeah, they definitely have the pieces for me to be like, hey, this team could do something.
All right. That would be the end of the B-Money Flips Coin, the entire podcast pod. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for listening in. Hey, Wick, we made an entire episode without the internet dropping out.
Holy fuck.
Just
wow.
I thought about mentioning it, but I didn't want to jinx it.
Well, if it, I'll jinx it now because if he drops out, then we're good. So
I thought it would drop out at some point.
Yeah.
When I saw my video freeze.
Yep. On our end, you were freezing once or twice. I was like, oh.
It was close. It was close.
We were getting edged.
Oh, we were getting
Pause.
GBB trade talks.
Yep.
Yep.
Leave in all of my GBB slander, please.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would never cut anything out. I can't wait for him to call you a bitch. Anyway,
it's mostly love between me and GBB,
Mostly
although
love.
a little
Right.
bit of hate. A little bit.
I mean, a healthy amount. I think that's
A healthy
good for
amount.
everyone. So, right.
Some respect.
That's it. Thanks for thank you to B-Money and Wick for, as always. I mean, hey, 2 good podcasts in a row. Look at us. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? So, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks if you listen to all of this. Congratulations. Shout out Mofo. I know you're the only one still here. So, but
Shout out SF.
Yeah. Oh yeah, SF too. Well, I don't know if he listens anymore. I feel like he stopped listening to the pod so actively. I think we upset him one time.
Did we? I don't know.
I assume I upset everyone at some point. So, we're just going to go with that.
No, I think he commented on the last video.
Maybe he did. You might be right.
He still leaves the pretty funny comments.
I do enjoy the SF comments on the podcast videos. I hope those don't quit anytime soon. So, what I do hope quit anytime soon, though, is us right now because I'm tired. So,
yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for listening. B-Money, you want to show off that belt buckle one more time before we leave?
Yeah.
Yep. Like, right
Beautiful.
crotch, right in the camera. Yeah, we love it.
There's my belt buckle,
Yeah.
Wyoming Cowboys.
Yeah. All right. So that's the image that we'll leave you with for this one. So thanks thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you later, and